fused and stuff, and it's time that it need to be straight. We, so I understand what you're saying from our conversation last night.
Pete Dog.
This is Malone, the king himself.
Pete.
How are you guys doing today?
Man, everything is A1, man. What's the deal?
Volatility is the word of the day.
Volatility. I like that. Today I was prepping all of my food for dinner, because I eat one time a day. So I was prepping my food. I'm not like a woman. I only know how to cook for small. I don't know how to cook big. Like women know how to cook big meals.
Mm-hmm.
I only know how to cook small. Like if I cook big, it won't taste as good. Mm-hmm. You ever met like how moms are? Moms usually know how to cook for a lot of people. I know how to cook small, but I was realizing how much power was in nutrition. Like I was saying, I lost all the 65 pounds from just dietary stuff. Mm-hmm. Nothing to do with actual exercising, nothing to do with none of that. Just understanding, right, food as this fuel, to get me through a day based off the activities. So even when I'm cooking something unless today I'm going to box. I didn't know I was going to box, but I'm a box today, right? So I'll just cook the same stir fry. I'm doing a green bean stir fry, right, with chicken, shrimp, right? And I'll just add a little bit of rice.
That nigga's crazy as fuck.
Shout out to Coach. You at the wrong door, Coach.
Yeah, that nigga's nuts.
You got the worst memory in history.
Hey, how is you the coach and you going to the wrong door? Man.
So, so it's
sorry about that.
So it's it's hella crazy because now today, right? Because I'm a box, now I'll just eat some rice, with the actual food I'm making with this green bean stir fry. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah.
And this is something that you knew the whole time, Pete. I didn't know this. I didn't know how food worked as a fuel. Now that I do, easily, right, I could be right, I could go from I could lose weight upon command.
Yeah. Sure.
That is a different type of power, to be able to lose weight on command and really, start just using this stored energy I have. So it's been dope to witness it. I just prepared my whole little meal and I'm ready to get it cracking. So sure. I thought that was dope. No Ceilings Live, the lunch hour, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here at noon Pacific Standard Time on Digital Soapbox. Click the thumbs up button. Let everybody know you in the house. Thumbs up is a like it, please, because I did somebody else stream the other day. Shout out to the Rap Roundtable. And they was like, yeah, we need 400 likes. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't think I even require y'all to do amount of likes, but I would hope y'all all would like this on YouTube. If you on Twitter, retweet this link. If you're on Facebook, share this post. Add a like to that too. We do this stream to support the No Ceilings podcast. I sent it in to iHeart. It was a great podcast, but for some reason it hasn't went up on my feed on all of the feeds, and I don't know what's going on, but I'm sure they'll get it up there. And again, like I plan to deliver a lot more conversations this year, more than ever before. So I'm not worried. It'll get up there and it's really good. But this one is special today. But we do this stream to support the No Ceilings podcast. Fresh episode should be up any second. You can listen to it on Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcast from. The No Ceilings podcast, executive produced by Charlemagne the God, the Black Effect Podcast Network, and iHeart. And we finna get this thing.
Understanding.
This dude next to
Real
me.
quick, before we jump into the topic, just
no,
a
no,
few
no.
seconds. Like the physics of food concept and the energy equilibrium principle to your new diet is one aspect of it. Well, that's the key aspect of it for you. Did you find yourself, a lot of people in general have an emotional relationship with food, either stress eating or joy eating or whatever it might be? Obviously, you don't drink or smoke or do any of the above. Was there some component of that previous in your life that you just like completely dissolved that relationship? Did it never exist?
No,
Or
I
like,
didn't.
okay, because like a lot of people, it's like a willpower thing. You know what I mean?
If you asking me how did I get fat, that's not kind of how.
Well, I'm just asking you if there was once you started your dietary change, was there a willpower barrier that you had to like overcome?
Did you enjoy eating?
Shout out to the lunch table. Sharon, what up? Fats, what's the deal? Squish, thank you for moderating. I love you. V, what's the deal? Feel me? Lex, thank you for coming through again, bro. I really appreciate that. Revenge, what's up, my boy? Derek, what's good? You know what I mean? No cut, what's up? We in this thing. Rough in, what's the deal? Brand, what's up, huh? No. I just didn't. So, right, before I started making music, right? Like when I first started making music, even when I was hustling and selling drugs every day, you just have a bad nutritional habit. Like, right, we would go to eat chili cheese fries. You know what I'm saying? We would go to
Coach.
What is going on?
Yeah, Coach.
We would go
And
get some chili cheese fries from what's the name of that place? Damn, I used to go to this place, Hercules or Tam's, right? So you growing up in a black household, you eat starch with everything.
Sure.
That's just like, and it's a poor household. It's not even black. Thank God I realized that too. It's not a black household. You know what I mean? Like in poor Italy, they eat starch with everything. In poor Mexico, they eat starch with everything because starch is a cheap filler, you know what I mean, to give you energy. So no, I just had a bad understanding of diet.
Gotcha.
Horribly bad. Even when I finally stopped selling dope and I sacrificed, I started rapping and I realized like, okay, I was gonna make it in the business. Like my cheap go-to meal would be this chicken strip combo from Tam's. It was like a chicken strip combo where you get 5 strips, and these strips was big, fried. A bunch of fries. You know, Tam's back in that day used to give you all the fries in the world and a soda. And it was $2.99. So when I wanted to save money, right, that was my go-to meal. So I ate that meal, you know, I'm eating 3 times a day. You know what I mean? I might eat that meal, 20 times in 7 days.
Sure.
So a bunch of starches, a bunch of fried strips, and Coke or Pepsi for like a couple years.
Gotcha.
Then when the music stuff happened, same thing. I didn't have no understanding. I didn't have any understanding about nutrition. None, like at all. I didn't understand how food worked. I just knew I needed to eat because I was hungry. So I don't really have like it wasn't like stress or pain or nothing. It was just shit, not knowing what to eat.
Sure.
Or prime example, like even now, like I figured out the 1 meal a day because of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the book, How to Eat to Live, right? And it was still things I was missing. Like I still would just try to eat 1 meal outside every day. And I was like, that meal outside ain't really a meal. You don't know.
Yeah.
So it's like, even knowing 1 meal a day, even understanding this, I still wasn't able to get where I'm at now. The thing that helped me get where I'm at now was starting to understand calories as a metric for energy. That was the trick. Gotcha. And you knew this the whole time, but I didn't know that. So when I started understanding calories as energy, it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna come record music. I'm gonna have to walk around a little bit, bounce around. You know what I mean? Even when I walk, like lately, I've been walking 2 miles and going to the sauna and that's still that same 400 calories when I cook at home is more than enough.
Sure.
But then I realized when me and Coach got back to boxing and stuff, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to add like a small starch to that when I'm boxing because that's a lot. So it's like I need more energy. So now I know, like, okay, well, I'll just use a simple cup of rice. Boom, here we go. Long as I make it, my body just does incredibly well with it. You know what I'm saying? So it works out.
Yeah, that's how I remember, like being a trainer, like I have certain class I wanted to lose a bunch of weight, and I felt on certain days like I was like an oncologist or like some sort of cancer doctor trying to convince a chain smoker to stop smoking. They got it. They were motivated. Great. By the end of the night, fuck it.
No, it is. Some people do eat based off of everything in the world.
Sure. So yeah. Like, you just like turned a light switch on, like, and I was like, that probably 2 people in 100 could do that.
Well, that probably is a little that's probably not completely true.
That's what you made it look like. So good job.
That's what it felt like. Yeah, but that's not true. Remember, it was time. So like the heaviest I ever been was like 360. I'm 6'3", so the heaviest I've been was like 350, 360. And so when I knew enough about nutrition to help, right? So like I could kind of keep adjusting myself down to 320, 318. I even got as low as 308. I hadn't been under 300 probably since I was 19 or 20. You feel me? So I didn't know, but even, you know, over the last 5 years, I knew for sure that, okay, the first thing I got my hands on is understanding how powerful starch was. 2, the second thing was I got to the 1 meal a day. That was the thing. Like that 1 meal a day, that was crazy, but I figured that out. The last thing that YB, shout out to Young Bruh and the Nation of Islam, is this is how they change all them brothers through nutrition, but understanding food as an energy source, one, that was like breaking, right? And then drinking a gallon of water a day. And then the last part was knowing cooking outside, like eating food outside, something is happening to the food at a restaurant. It's not the same shit. It's different. It's way different. Those became the things that, so even when I flipped the switch, I was already for the most part eating once a day, unless like I ate fast food, then I'd be starving. You know what I mean? So I had to eat some snacks later on that day because I'm realizing that 400 calories ain't equal. You know what I'm saying? Like a hamburger, like I could eat a Wendy's double meal. That's supposed to be like 12 or 1,500 calories, but being by the end of the day, I'm starving. Now I could take 2 thighs of chicken, some fucking string beans, some carrots, and a piece of fruit and some water. And I swear to God, it felt like I ate the table.
Sure.
So cooking at home. So it's that's why it looked like it worked. And that's why everything started flying off of me. That's what happened.
It's like you're putting 91 instead of 87.
There you go. Yeah. Every time. And it's crazy because every car I ever drove, if I take somebody's car, I don't care if it take 87. If we in King car, I take 87, I put 91. I do that with cars, but I wasn't doing that with my body because I didn't know it was a difference.
Right.
So ignorant, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So yeah, it felt like a switch, but it was way more. It was a lot of knowledge over and over again. And then like these were the last things. And it's like, oh, okay, this is how I make it sustainable. I remember I went and see my doctor for a checkup, and this was right when I was at 305, and he was like, man, how the hell? You know, he looking at my weight chart because at that time the weight was just flying off. He's like, man, are you sick? Like, it's something. This is my doctor. He's like, man, he said, man, what is going on with you? Like every time when he would check me, he asking me on my chart. And I'm like, yeah, I'm 305. He made me get on a scale. He's like, man, what the hell are you doing? I said, nah, I said, what you told me is true. I said, I already told you I was eating 1 time a day, but now I just stopped eating out for the most part altogether. He said, but you was right. Whatever they doing to the food at the restaurant, I remember he had me do blood work just to check. He was like, man, something was low that usually is high. And he was like, because you're not eating out. So this thing that's normally high because you eating out or eating processed foods is not high. It was under. And he just was tripping. He's like, is it sustainable? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. Sodium. There you go. Yeah, it was sodium. And he was like, yo, sodium.
Like butter, oils, and salts. It's like a cheap, fast flavor thing.
What's funny is I use it when I cook food.
Not like they do.
Yeah, it's something else. And I mean,
Yeah,
it's
he's a
sugar.
lot.
So he was saying that, and he was like, man, he was like, is this sustainable? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do this forever. He's like, so forever. I'm like, yeah, like, you know, if I go like, I ain't scared to eat 2 meals in a day. Like, I ain't scared to eat 3 meals in a day. I'm just not. You know, if I do, then I will. But then the next day, like, I done got so controlled, Pete, I could go 48 hours without a meal, 72 hours without a meal. Straight up. It's almost weird. But I think because I make it a habit of eating so many different vegetables and different fruits and stuff that my body has a decent surplus of nutrition and vitamins and minerals. Like every meal I'm gonna eat a little fruit, enough vegetables, and some protein every meal. And then when I do eat a starch, I'm just not, I don't need as much. Like I'll make it a small amount because I know I need the energy. But y'all ain't come here for all this dietary shit. Let's get right to the shit. I was telling King yesterday. So look, I'm not gonna call white people anymore because it's disrespectful to people.
I've been lobbying behind the scenes for European Americans for a long time, but I don't like myself having to say it because of all the syllables.
Yes, exactly, right? So when I reference the people that I'm referring to as the white people of a power system, I'm referring to the others. That's their name. The others.
The others.
Pete is not an other.
I got a friend who refers to the others as all the people between black people and white people.
Others.
Like the variable, like white non-Hispanic, or
the others is the system that I'm referencing all the time.
It's crazy,
right? The others. Shout out to Lex. Lex sleep. I make sure I sleep. I make sure no matter what it takes, like I get 7-8 hours of sleep. Like I can because I got a little bit more time to kind of bend my schedule, but I sleep well. That's important too. Side note before we do it, you piss out fat. You don't actually excrement it out in the number 2. You actually piss it out. That's why water is so important. That's something else too. Like I would use the bathroom. I would have a number 2 and check myself on the scale. There was a time 8-9 months straight I was just using the scale like 10 times a day, just checking. And I realized most of your weight come off from pissing, urinating. That's why water is important. Yeah. That's something else I didn't know. Okay, so the others. So when I'm talking about people, I'm gonna use the others, right? So I realized yesterday talking to King, right? I had a good conversation with King. And we was having a conversation about him, right? And I was like, oh my God, that's what's wrong with Kanye. Kanye looks up to the others. Right? And it hit me, right? Like, he wanted to be what? I'm being honest. I never, until Larry Bird is the first white man I ever looked up to and he retired. Excuse me. Larry Bird is the first others I looked up to and he retired.
You didn't like that one other guy who was like the highlight film for all the boxing champions to knock out prolifically from like 1975 to 1985 with the mustache?
No. I didn't really look up to the others. My whole life, like the first person I looked up to outside of my mother and my father, right, was Magic Johnson. Outside of people that I knew.
Wait a minute, hold up. What about Hulk Hogan?
No, I didn't look up to Hulk Hogan. I just liked him.
Okay.
I never grew up thinking to myself, I wanted to be Hulk Hogan. Look up means somebody you would take their life, like you like their life, right? And I was like, Magic Johnson, the second person I ever looked up to outside of my circle, Eddie Murphy. Third person is Roy Jones. Those are the only. Larry Bird retired. He became the first person. I was like, man, he was all right. Yeah, I like that guy.
So it's right. All rappers want to be athletes. So you just want to be. You want to do something athletically.
Well, I was telling King, I think Ye's problem is he wanted to be a great man, not a great black man.
Mm.
That's a difference. Now it shouldn't be like that. And I was telling King, as King was growing, he was like, well, what if he just seen it as he wanted to be a billionaire? Well, if you idolize the others as billionaires, you're gonna have a problem.
So Kanye would rather be Hitler than Martin Luther King.
Ooh, it was somebody else I named.
Probably like more like a Churchill.
And this is what's weird. The problem is because he don't realize when he's pursuing power right? When he's pursuing power, if you say you want to be like this person because you think you see power in that person, that don't just come with that. That's still the others. Why you don't want to be Kim Jong-un? Why you don't want to be Kim Jong-un or Kim Jong-il? Them dudes be running shit their whole life. They die of old age. They die of old age and everything. America be scared to mess with them. They got all the money in the world. The girls, the whole country don't even play with them.
Was he chit-chat? All right. I know Rodman had a thing going on with Kim Jong-un. Did Kanye at some point when he was in like the Trump's first administration, he never got?
Because you know why he not the others. Why he didn't want to be Kim Jong? Kim Jong-un, the whole Jong family is the real deal. You don't even know what's going on in North Korea. It's a big deal for you to find out what's happening there. That's how much they don't play treason and all that old weird. They not with none of that shit. Why you don't want to be them? Because secretly, there's something else going on. Why you want to pick Hitler? Hitler got ran out of his country, ended up living in Argentina at a warehouse, being a warehouse worker till the day he died. He even had no power when it was over. So if you look up to him and think he's a great man, like I said, the other brother from the Fit and Fresh podcast talk about, oh yeah, he was a great man. Nigga, his greatness was this long. 2 seconds. He was powerful for this long. Now he was working at some factory warehouse till he died.
I mean, he was really great and powerful in that little time, though.
The Kim Jongs is the real deal. They got generations of power. And America don't like them. Why you don't? Because they not the others. He looked up to Marilyn Monroe. How you look up to Marilyn Monroe to find all the sisters in the 80s that was finally getting on? All the fine sisters. Why out of all the people you would have Marilyn Monroe on your wall? Janet Jackson's 80s? It's Janet Jackson 80s. Janet Jackson was in the 80s.
What man did Janet Jackson make?
What did he say?
What man did Janet Jackson make? But why as a man do you want to be made?
I think it's more so the ability to do so.
You know what it is? His problem is the same problem as OJ. They want to be themselves. And
I think OJ is a little different there.
No, they are exactly the same. They both want to be themselves. Listen, being a human is an adjective to describe a being, right? A human is an adjective to describe a being, right? The verb of being a human is to care for other beings like humans, right? Other human beings. To care for other human beings is the verb of being a human. Being black, you wake up and you just a brother. But being black, the verb means you probably have to care about the plight of other black people. OJ's problem was he was like, I'm not black, I'm OJ. Ye's problem is I'm Ye. Now, I don't know if it's, you know what, the mom was like, I just want you to be a great man. My mom, rest her soul, I'll never forget this. I think I was about 7 years old. I told King this. We was driving. She had just bought her house in Compton, right? We had been there about 6 months. She said, I bought this house in Compton. I said, I could have bought a house. We was in Lakewood. And she said, I could have bought a house over here. They was about the same price. But I bought this house in Compton so y'all can have a black experience. I want you to be the greatest black man you could be. My mom never told me I want you to be the greatest man you could be. She said, I want you to be the greatest black man you could be. I think Kanye's pursuit is to be the greatest man he could be. And guess what that's going to look like? So if you just size up greatness by just all men, you're going to end up trying to be the others.
So what do you think the root of the problem? Because like you said, your mom told you she wanted you to be the greatest. My mom never told me she wanted to be the greatest black man, but I never wanted to be the greatest white man either.
Because if somebody raised you just to be great and you size up great, Ralph Lauren is great.
But I'm saying, like, I don't think my mom didn't specify be the greatest black man ever.
That's because you lived in Inglewood and she kept you around Negroes.
Okay,
So,
so
it's
you
different. She didn't have to
so
pay
you
for
think
it.
Kanye was just raised around the others?
No, I think he was raised with both, but I also think he was pursuing greatness and nobody explained to him that ain't the type of greatness you need to be.
So he didn't have a. You don't think he had a good upbringing?
I think he had a I don't know if it's wrong, right? I don't know if it's wrong for people to say, you know, hey, you know what? Like if you want to be Walt Disney is great. That's like one of the greatest, you know, others to ever walk the face of the earth. But as a black man, you should never look up to Walt Disney because that's an other. That's what I'm telling King. If you start to idolize the other's success, that's why you're going crazy now. Because the pursuit of it means you're going to get confused that you a brother at the end of the day. We was having this conversation. He like glasses. Well, when I grew up, King grew up in the 70s, right? Like we grew up in the 80s. King grew up in the 70s. King was like, well, it wasn't no billionaire. He like, I wanted to be a billionaire, and they all was the others. I'm like, then you shouldn't have wanted to be no billionaire. That should have not been your desire. How are you inspired by the others? The others come with a connection of bullshit. Every last thing. How the hell do you not? When I see Walt Disney, I see a slaver.
So you always saw a slaver when you saw Walt Disney?
Since 4.
Since 4 years old, you saw a slaver when you saw Walt Disney.
As the first day I ever heard of slavery, and then I understood the extent history, every one of them
And this was at
saw,
4.
Listen, the first one that I didn't think was a slaver was Larry Bird.
So you didn't think Larry Bird from Indiana?
Until he retired.
You thought the others was slavery.
Slavers.
Anything they did, it was associated with
Enslavers.
slavery.
Oh, okay. So it was just the others
Yeah,
was just
whatever they
flavors.
did,
So
it was
okay,
slave
That's
stuff.
why they up.
okay.
That's why they up. That's why they up. How do you look at them? And this is what I'm telling King. No person that really, if you looked about becoming a billionaire, first off, you shouldn't be looking at becoming a billionaire. That's actually a horrible goal. You should be able to look at doing something to contribute to humanity.
Right.
And then if it make you billions of dollars, fire.
Mhm.
But it's some chicken shit to look at a rich other and be like, well, I want to have $1 billion like him, because the like him is the damn problem. I was telling King this story. Rag 57, right? My dream car for a long time was a Rag 57. I was finna buy it, and Mac 10 talked me out and made me buy that Bentley, right? That was my dream car. My homeboy Mexican Mo got a motherfucking 57. He knew it was my dream motherfucking car. And he was like, man, I like them too. It reminded me of that movie, The Bank Job, where the dude was buying everybody else's dream.
Mhm.
That's how he went and bought my car.
Right.
Guess what? I ain't want it no more. I found something that I liked better. Something about him, he conflates. You don't realize this. If you idolize a other, you don't just idolize what they have. You idolize them. King was asking me, he said, so you never seen a car that nobody had and wanted their car? No, I wanted to go make my own car. If I saw,
He wanted to make a better car than what
not even a
everybody
better, because I wanted to have my own car. My own, not better.
had. So when what's that got that same car, his dream car, he had to get a better one.
No, you keep
Even though
using
it
the
was his
term.
dream car.
You keep using the term better.
He said he got a better one.
No, you keep using the term better. Better means nigga, I would never compare myself to anybody.
So why you just didn't get your dream car? Why would
I
you
just
depend
told
on
you
it?
I went and got something different, because that's how much innately I am not fucking with none of that shit.
So that really wasn't your dream car.
Obviously it wasn't.
So you got your dream car.
Well, what
No,
car
no.
did you get?
You said
His
who?
dream car.
What do you
What
mean?
car did you get?
I haven't bought no car. I'm gonna get a Rag 58 and a 56 Bel Air convertible. Then I understand what I liked more about it. Simple.
Okay.
No, so listen. So
What's
everybody
that
said, no, I need billions like the others revenge. No, you don't. That's your problem now. That's what y'all don't get. You don't need billions like the others. If you want billions, you want billions, but you shouldn't want nothing like the others.
So why Larry Bird didn't fuck you up?
What you mean?
Like you said, you was idolizing
that was
Larry
the first.
Bird.
That was the first others that I was like, you know what? He all right
And-
in life.
Why that didn't?
Hulk Hogan was a movie star. That was a character.
Why Larry Bird wasn't a slave person to him?
Yeah. Why you didn't look at Larry Bird as a slaver?
I did whole career. I'm a
They had a
Showtime baby, so you
losing
know I
record
looked
in
at
the
him like a
finals.
slave.
That's why.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. So when you was looking up to Larry Bird, you looked at him as a slaver still?
I never looked up to Larry Bird. The day he retired, I thought to myself, man, that white boy, that others was all right.
Oh, so you did not like Larry Bird when you was growing up? No, I'm asking because I thought you said you liked Larry Bird.
He's an other and he's a Celtic.
It depends on when he's growing up. I mean, like he was growing up for a long time.
Okay. All
You
right.
asking me, Laker
He was
baby,
still growing up when he
Showtime
retired.
baby, why I didn't like Larry Bird?
I was confused. I was
He's
sitting
an
here.
other and he's a Celtic. Dennis Johnson was from Compton, and I don't like him because he was a Celtic.
Hey,
So imagine being the others
Hold on.
and a Celtic.
I'm just asking. 'Cause
Dennis
I know you're
Johnson's
a
a
Lakers.
member of the Rose Gold
a Laker
community.
fan.
Also,
Johnson?
FYI, just got to.
He was a Sonic.
No, he was. I didn't see that because I was a little kid.
You know.
That's when he was at his best.
So
That's when he became a Hall of Fame guy.
So this is why Kanye look up to like Trump and Hitler and all this kind of stuff.
Why he don't look up to Kim Jong-un? Because he ain't the others. That's what my point. His problem is it's not Ye want to be a other. He don't want to be a brother.
Do you think Kanye ever looked up to Jay at one point?
No, only when he signed with him.
And then after that, he was just like, I got to get back on the others.
He just insulted his kids, man.
No, I mean, I know he reckless now, but
He's not reckless now. He's a piece of shit then and now. It was never nothing.
so you think Kanye always been a piece of shit?
He always thought he was better than Jay the whole time.
So you think Kanye always thought he was just better than Black too, like better than Black?
Bro, he only do that to weaponize our shit. He do that to weaponize our shit. There you go, Mark. There you go, Mark. That's a lie, Joe. He didn't. That's a fucking lie, Joe. No, he did not look up to him his whole life. No, he did not look up to Jay-Z. And I'm tired of y'all lying. No, he didn't. Because you don't not look up to somebody.
what Mark say?
He conflates greatness with whiteness. That's the truth, which creates this better mentality. That's why you always speak about being better. Well, I don't listen to nobody that ain't as successful as me. Shut your punk ass up.
You say he's insecure.
You know that means who mostly you don't listen to?
Black people.
So you say he's insecure.
He's lying. It's not just insecurity. His issue is his pursuit of how he measures greatness is going to be pale. So he wants to achieve things and become what pale people are. The problem is you are not a pale person. You are not a pale person.
So if you ask Kanye West today if he was Black, do you think he would be like, yeah, I'm Black?
Yes.
Okay, but you think it's like
He's lying.
No, I think he knows he's black. Kanye not crazy. He knows he's black.
It's either that.
No, he's not. This is him all the time. This don't got nothing to do with this. Ain't no special time in history. He knows he's a brother.
So you think he's confused more than crazy?
His problem is he want to be treated better than brothers. That's why he's upset right now that he's getting treated like a brother.
Okay.
Because all of us, we'd be like, yeah, yeah. He sees greatness in paleness. That's his problem. He didn't look up Mansa Musa. Why he didn't want to be Mansa Musa? Why he go find Hitler?
I mean, Mansa Musa is not. Hitler is just way more glorified and popular than Mansa Musa.
You missing the point.
I'm just saying, like he would have
You
to go.
missing the point.
He probably just gravitated to the first. And I agree with you. I think he does think white is power or whatever. But
yes.
But I mean, Hitler. There you go. Like you said, Hitler is a popularized guy, and he gravitated towards Hitler.
Yes.
Trump. Okay, I mean, facts. But you don't think the fact that he is mentally unstable has something to do with this?
He's not mentally unstable.
So you think he's
well
well? You think he's well?
There's not a soul thing wrong.
You don't think medicine will help him a little bit?
It'll just calm him down. But he also wouldn't be as great. There's nothing wrong with Kanye.
As great.
He don't think so. Not me. He doesn't think so.
Okay.
Why he don't admire Mansa Musa?
I don't think he knows he is.
Yes, he do.
I don't.
Yes, he fucking do. That motherfucker smart and intelligent and sharp. Yes, he does. Cause it's paleness.
Why do you say Kanye's smart all the time?
Cause that nigga smart.
I'm saying, like, why do you think that? So
Because I listen to what he says and I look at the things he does.
okay.
Like he is smart. That's not a question. It's not what he's doing right now lacks intelligence. What he's doing right now lacks darkness.
It lacks dark. Oh, dark. Okay.
Like he's not being the verb of black. Like how the verb of human is human. He's not being the verb of being black. He don't care about how people's grandmother feel. He don't care about that. He's not. He's just saying whatever Ye wants to say. How else could you be mad? How could you be mad that the woman you picked and married that every last person told you do not marry is giving you problems and then raising your kids?
Is Kim Kardashian the other?
Yes. Yes.
Well, why you ask that?
Because she's not white.
Yes, she is.
Why isn't she white?
Because they talk about that Armenian shit.
Yeah, she's not.
Other.
She's not. But why is she a other? Why she get displaced with the others?
Because she's the other.
And you saying Kill is not a other, but
Who?
Kim Kill Young June is not a other. But why?
Because he's North Korean.
I'm saying she's not.
She's
White.
Yes, she is. In the Pantheon of America, she's white.
I wouldn't say being half Eurasian
I don't know.
somehow makes it.
I don't know.
Mean, her mom's still white. Anyway.
Her mom is white, and then if Glass's mom was white and his dad was black, he'd be considered a black guy still.
Yes, and if she was a sister, if her mom was a sister and her father was Armenian, she'd be considered a sister too.
I'm saying, so why?
There's no sisters there.
So why she just got to be a other?
I think
She's
Armenians anyway. You know,
Yeah, she's
Armenians
another.
Fringe
Straight up.
anyway, and that
I don't know if white Americans look at Armenians as others.
Shout out to Revenge.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with him at all. I'd rather argue Kanye's point because he's looking at the power of structure, becomes obsessed with them, and then speaks out trying to destroy the structures he looked up. You a damn lie.
That's nonsense.
That is not true. Like he wanted to take down Adidas. No, he did not. Y'all gotta stop lying. Revenge, no, he did not try to take down Adidas. He made Adidas a bunch of money, made himself a bunch of money, and then he got mad at the end of the deal when they decided to get out of business with him, and then he just looked stupid. He didn't never try to take down Adidas. Y'all gotta stop. These people the others empowered him, and the day they got out of business, he been crying ever since. The others gave him his kids. He looked up to him and bagged them up and went and bigged them up and did all this fly shit. Now when others is done with him, he wanted it. No, he don't want to destroy him. He don't. He wanted to assimilate into the others, and they would not let him. They just looking at him like, you don't realize you are black. And he does realize he's black, but I'm like, look at me, I'm special. You still a brother.
So does he want back in?
I don't know what he want. I'm telling you, it's probably
Back into what?
Back in with the others, back into that flow where everything was good.
I don't think he ever was in with the.
He would never be in the flow.
No.
You can't be in the flow.
Well, he thought he was at one time.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So he's trying to chase that again, that same.
No, it's not
again?
trying to chase it again. You know what he realized? He was a Negro. And he didn't realize that they didn't care how special he was going to be a Negro. That's what's bothering him now. When he talking about, oh man, y'all not saying nothing because my kids, this the others family got my kids and they doing all this stuff with my kids and they indoctrinating. Nigga, the others was indoctrinated when you got her. The others was indoctrinated when you got her. So how the hell, what you thought the type of parent she was gonna be? What you thought? And that's his main problem. He sees greatness in the others. He don't see greatness as greatness. He see greatness in the others. Why he didn't want to be Karl Kani? Why?
Maybe he looked at Ralph Lauren as greater than Karl Kani though, because in the fashion world he is.
What's the fashion world?
I mean, it's white,
Others.
but it is others. But I'm just saying, maybe he
grew up in the
maybe
era
he
where
looked
Karl Kani. He grew up in the era where Karl Kani was golden.
Maybe he saw a ceiling on Karl Kani, and he was like, no ceilings. Maybe he was like,
the ceiling?
What?
Black.
Okay, so maybe he saw that and he was like, I want to get through that ceiling. I want to go through that ceiling.
So guess what that means?
I want to be Ralph.
Guess what that means?
What?
You wouldn't have to be
Well, I'm saying maybe he thought as a black man he can get through. He thought he was gonna soar and get through these ceilings, and he was gonna be looked at as Ralph Lauren, like Ralph Lauren.
No.
Why? Why not? Why couldn't he been thinking that in his
He
head?
saw OJ go through it. So how do you thought he was gonna be different?
So you think him and OJ are just completely similar? They everything about them.
Matching. They both knew they was brothers, but they thought that they were separate. So it's like I'm Ye. They both knew they were brothers, but they felt that they were a step above brothers.
Okay, so by what you're saying, you think that black people should look at the ceiling and be like, all right, this is where we can get to, and then we're done there.
No, I think brothers should actually look to actually improve life, and then everything else that they want will come with that.
You think?
I'm sure.
You think that everything they want will come with that if they look to improve life?
Yes, because that's what every business is: convenience or approval.
So do you think Martin Luther King and Malcolm X thought the same way?
Yeah.
And you thought it went well for them?
What do you mean, well?
I'm just saying you thought it didn't.
I mean,
you thought those were great endings for.
They powerful people.
I don't know. I don't
powerful
think
people.
that was a.
Close to a great end. You think they had a great end?
Shit. Oh man.
OJ and Kanye are the same people, exactly to the T.
I kind of agree with that.
Martin Luther King used to think, right? Martin Luther King used to think, oh, you know what? You know what? We could be all together.
Mhm.
You know, it is the others, us. Hey, I had a dream the other day that we gonna be. By the time he died, the last speech is my favorite Martin Luther King speech. I've been to the mountaintop. That shit was a nightmare. He said it. The hell is wrong with you? How the hell? What? Look, if it ain't a brother that did it, you have no business looking up to that, to nobody else. At that point, it's just to improve life, and that's where everything else lies.
So it's almost like you're criticizing Kanye for daring to dream, like daring to be like, oh man, I'm gonna break out of this, or maybe he wanted to be bigger than they allowed black people to be.
He wanted to be bigger than black.
So you don't. Okay, so
Problem.
I'm just saying because you keep saying he want to be bigger than black.
Yes.
What's wrong with being bigger than they allow black people to be? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with wanting to be that?
Bigger than black. See, you keep trying to phrase it, but I'm telling you, there's
because you keep trying to just put it as black people want to be better.
There's no space in between it.
There is a space. I'm just telling you what the space was.
It's called white.
It's called the others, not white.
Others. There's no space in between, so you can't be an other because you're a brother.
So you saying basically he got to look at this ceiling. This where you at, nigga. This is real ceiling. This is where you at. And if you dare to dream up out of this ceiling, you want to be an other, and
if you idolize others, you want to be an other. Simple. If you look up to any other, you be like, I want to be that person.
Okay.
Your true goal as a brother should be like, man, I want to reinvent how this game is played. If you're a coach, right, as a brother, you should not be looking up to Phil Jackson. You should be like, man, I want to reinvent this game. That should be your motivation.
So what if I, as a coach, I say I want to be as big as Phil Jackson?
No,
I can't be want to be as. So I got to want to be as big as Doc Rivers.
If it ain't a brother that did it, Shay, you better be looking to reinvent the wheel.
So I say I want to be bigger than Doc Rivers.
Phil
Jackson.
What he's saying is you can't play basketball at all in the NBA. You have to start Ice Cube's League of 3-on-3.
Yeah, hey Pete, that's exactly what he's saying. Like we just got like how you talk about your car.
You cannot look up to one other.
You looked up to the bird.
No, I didn't. I told you. I said when he retired, I was like, you know what? He wasn't that bad.
Why wasn't he that bad?
He wasn't.
After he retired, he seemed more racist to me.
Because racism is not my driving force. Everybody is racist.
He wasn't a threat to anybody anymore because
exactly.
Yes, that's the same
he
way.
wasn't going to take the Lakers out in 6.
Did Martin Luther King.
Couldn't even fucking walk.
They wasn't celebrating Martin Luther King and Malcolm X when they was alive. They waited till they died. They was like, you know what? Them coons wasn't them guys wasn't that bad. Now they gave him a holiday after they killed him.
I see why you eating 40 of these. Like,
Yeah, no, Coach. I think he set you up.
no, I'm not eating another one of these.
I
But
think he set you up for this one.
I don't know, man. I think that maybe and dude, I'm not taking Kanye's back. I hate when we talk and then it's make it seem like I'm fucking helping Kanye out here. But
I mean, you can see obviously what Kanye
for sure, I think Kanye, but I also think Kanye is a little off. I don't think that he's
wrong with Kanye.
I think something is wrong with him.
Not nothing.
I think there's a little something wrong with him. Like I don't think
Not even a
Kanye
little bit.
is, and I definitely think
He's crazy like a fox.
see, that's the problem. We be giving him that shit.
No,
He's
he
crazy
is.
like a
I
fox.
don't want to
That
quote
motherfucker's crazy
another
like
one
a
of these
crazy
others,
person.
but this is what it is. It's Dennis Hopper in Speed. I'm not crazy. Jack, poor people are crazy. I'm eccentric. That's Kanye.
But Dennis Hopper in Speed was also crazy.
Not once he got the money. Once he got the big bag of money, he was eccentric.
He was sane.
He was an eccentric genius when he was holding
He
the
was an
cash.
upset other. So let me go ahead, Pete.
He was an eccentric genius when he was holding the bag of cash.
He was an
Before that, he was a
eccentric
crazy
genius.
bomber.
See, that's the problem.
But once the crazy bomber got him the money, he's an eccentric genius.
Hell no. In no way, form, or fashion was Dennis Hopper not crazy in that movie. And I'm saying you could see that's what we do with Kanye. We pick through and we find ways to call him an eccentric genius, but he's not. He is fucking crazy.
That's like there's the Hitler thing again. Is he a crazy demonic maniac, or is he an eccentric genius? He took over a country in an hour and a half and then blew it up in 2 hours.
I think Kanye used to be
Dennis Hopper.
had some forms of genius to him, like with musically. And I think you motherfuckers have made him some kind of genius outside of music. He's starting to run with that shit. And now we give him excuses. Now we say, oh, that's ingenious what he's doing. Or we're making it bigger than it has to be. Like we're reading into it. It's like I remember Pete had said maybe Kanye was taking back the power from the Klan's outfit. Like, and
no, that was Trap said that bullshit.
No, Pete said it.
I said that too. Because I've heard the same thing. I've heard that same. No,
I'm saying because I think probably Pete. But I could see why Pete would say that though, because Kanye, every blue moon he said some shit like this, like I'm trying to take back the power. But I think Kanye was just a fucking nutcase running around in a motherfucking Klan's outfit and a swastika chain, and we start making up reasons why he's doing it.
I don't think I'm not making up reasons. I know exactly why he did it.
Why he did it?
He did it because it was going to be the most talked about thing on the net.
Exactly. I think so.
So that means he's not crazy. He was right.
Oh my God.
You know what it is to do it though, and you know what you exchange to do it, to do that, even though it is.
Well,
he was right.
You could be not crazy but delusional.
You lose darkness. He's not even delusional. He understood what it was going to be. What he would lose, he didn't care about.
I think he's delusional in the sense that he thinks that the positive reinforcement he gets from being crazy makes him not crazy.
I don't
he's conscious
think
enough
he's
to
crazy
understand.
at all. I think he don't
reinforcement
care
principle.
about what we think.
I agree with that. I do agree.
Which is kind of the whole premise of this whole point.
But and I agree with you. I think that Kanye fucked up with idolizing white men. Others, I'm sorry. Others, I think he when
you can go back to Glasses was gracious enough to do that on my behalf, but I'm not bothered by it in the least. So
it wasn't just you, because I really want to separate some regular people from others.
Fair enough.
Shout out to Revenge. I think Kanye wants to reinvent the game. No, that's his whole. He thinks his way should lead the way. No, Revenge. No, he don't. No, he don't. He doesn't want to reinvent anything. That's just not true. That's just not true.
But that's what you think he should be doing, though.
That's what he's supposed to be doing.
That's what he should be doing.
That's what he's supposed to be doing.
Everybody hate Kanye, huh? That's what we're doing again now.
I was wondering what Trap was at.
He's back.
Everybody hate Kanye again, man.
No, nobody hates Kanye.
I thought Trap was like, I'm not being a part of this.
Better question. Why do you think it's disdain?
What you say?
Why do you think it's disdain?
Disdain?
I don't think it's disdain within the I'm not even gonna front. What you mean by that right there?
Because you said everybody hates Kanye. I'm saying, why do you think this is a disdain conversation?
I listened to y'all for a minute just now.
But even then, nobody ever said I hate him or he makes me
no. I go within the hate because it's just y'all don't allow 2 feet to land before y'all come up with, you know what I'm saying? Just you're looking at it like, all right, the man threw a Klan's outfit on. That's what it is right there. Nah.
That's what
not
it
what
is.
it is.
Right there.
No, he's doing some shit where he's doing
Trap,
some
trap,
shit
trap,
where.
trap, trap,
All
trap,
right, let me
please,
say
trap,
this.
please.
Oh,
bro.
you
I've
gotta
been
let Trap
listening.
continue this.
Please,
Where's
Trap.
he?
That is what it is. Now you could go everything after.
That's surface.
The problem is that's the surface. That's what
That's
we
what it is on
talking
the
about.
surface. Yeah, that's what it is on the surface.
So don't go
So
into
now
this.
you don't
Nobody
think
knows.
what he's doing has any layers to it?
No,
Okay.
no. I think he can rationalize it, but I don't think it's about the layers in the first part. He did that because he knew that would be the most talked about thing on the internet.
That's all he was concerned about.
That's all the thing he's always concerned about.
Not with them making their mind think and researching. Why the fuck is he doing this shit for? And then
You
they looking
can't
into it
research
and going,
the
yo,
mind. If that was the case, he would just tell you why. You can make up your own.
I don't think he knows why.
No, it's
He
better.
knows
It's better to
exactly
make
why.
the person research for it, B, and just tell it to him.
You're not researching, Trap. You're not researching because you don't know why.
No, people are diving
Even if you
into it.
learn, even Trap, if you learn where the Ku Klux Klan outfit came from, you still not being smart. That just make you do a little bit of work. And I agree. Like, I actually happen to know that Ku Klux Klan took a bunch of other stuff from other Christian organizations because they think they the other Christian groups, right? But that don't change it. It don't matter what it was used before. This is why it's popular right here. This is why your grandmother know what it is. This is why our fathers know what it is.
All right, so let me say this right here.
It don't matter what it was in no other country. The swastika
People
meant
that go-
1,000 things before. The swastika meant 1,000 other things before. You wear a fucking swastika, somebody should whoop your ass.
Trap, did you like that he wore that? Do you think it was smart?
No, he keep trying to make some
I'm not
excuses.
talking-
No, he got this.
No, what I'm doing is trying to find reason of why he's doing it though. You know what I'm saying?
But I think
Because
he do
it's
that
not
for
just
Kanye.
bro. If you look at the server level and you go, yo, listen, he only doing this shit just to get motherfuckers mad. That's all he doing right there. You really think that's why he doing it though? Just to ignite the fire, or was it ignite the fire in your brain to make people start looking about the Moors and shit like that?
I think G is
You know what I
right
mean?
when he says Kanye knew it was just going to be the biggest talked
Fuck are you
about shit
talking
on the
about?
internet.
God damn it, Trap.
Okay.
Why you didn't think that when you saw the Klan wearing it, asshole?
I
You know
think
why you didn't wear it?
I didn't at all.
What are you talking about?
Didn't at all.
Why every time if a Klan walk down Queens right now, you're not finna research his funky ass fucking outfit?
No,
You're
it's
gonna
not.
have to wear
No,
his
but
outfit.
I
What are you
want
talking
to know
about?
why the fuck a black man would want to wear that shit.
You
That's
know
what I wanna
why?
know. Why the fuck would a black man want to wear that
You
shit?
know why?
I'm not gonna think why.
To go viral.
To just get niggas mad, right? That's
I
simple
mean, you know
shit
what
to
was
think
getting
like
niggas
that.
mad?
That's simple.
obviously G is.
What's that law?
What you say about Jesus?
Occam's razor or whatever. The most simple explanation is usually the right one. I didn't mean to shut everybody up. I was just asking if that was the name of the law.
Shout out to Culture. Right or wrong, Ye speaks his mind. He is free to be himself and stand on it. No, he is not.
Nah, he is.
Guy's a black man.
Wait a minute, hold on. Why is he not free to
Because
speak
this
his
is
mind?
America and we black.
That's why he's.
You don't got no right to free and just do what you fucking want to do.
Why not?
As a black man.
So he can't be free to speak his mind.
Hell no. Because every dumbass
Okay.
thing he do, I get
Yo,
blamed
bro,
for.
take them shackles off,
so-
man. Take them shackles off, B. Take them shackles off.
Keep
B,
the
for real,
shackles
for real.
on. You can never be
Take them
not without
shackles
shackles
off.
in this country. You ain't gonna never
them
be a
shackles
other
off, man.
tribe. You will never have the freedom of other in this country. The hell you talking about? Take the shackles off.
Take them shackles off, man.
You better leave them shackles on. You end up like OJ with your stupid ass. You can't take the shackles off. You didn't put
Okay.
them on your feet in the first place. And they ain't never took them off.
And they're gonna remain on. They're
They
gonna remain on. We're gonna keep on sitting here talking about, yo, listen, they got the shackles on. Yo, listen, come on, bro. The only way we
Oh,
gotta
you
get
free
out
to
of that
move
shit,
around.
realize
There's
where
no
we
such
come
thing as
from, B.
racism. Oh,
Realize we
everything
kings,
is
B.
nice.
We kings
Keep
and
it-
queens.
Shut up. You never put them on, so how you gonna take them off?
Take them
You
shackles
might as well
off.
say slavery is a choice. The fuck is wrong with y'all?
Mental slavery.
Stop with that dumbass shit. He didn't say mental slavery. Stop trying to
I'm saying,
rationalize
bro,
it.
it brings into the thought of thinking what the fuck.
Stop doing
You can't be
that.
actually saying that
Stop doing
motherfuckers
that. You
who
wanna
were
do it for
slaves
no white
400 years
person.
ago with a
It's
choice.
the same dumb shit.
You think
Stop
that was
doing
what
that.
he was saying? These niggas who
Stop
were
doing
slaves
it,
400
Trap. You
years
wouldn't
ago,
do it
it
for no
was
white person that
their
did
choice.
that. You wouldn't
No.
do it for no other that did it, Trap. You ain't never
Who?
saw
What you
no
mean?
Klan member and decided to look up the Moors, had the outfit first.
No.
You never did it. So
No, it's to go. It's to go to show how powerful we are as people, B. We are
Stop
kings
with
and
the
queens,
cap.
B. We need to start here.
Ain't no
We need to
peoples.
start here, B.
You
We
wouldn't
need to
even
start
marry your
slaves.
sister.
Your chapter starting at
Cap,
slaves being
Trap.
fucked up. That's why we
Cap.
fucked up right now.
Cap,
You starting your chapter
Cap.
there, let's
Hey,
being slaves.
Cap.
It's fucked up.
Cap.
Hey, Trap,
Cap.
Fucked up, B.
Trap. Hey, why do you feel like you're always looking for a reason to justify what Kanye does?
I don't give a fuck. No, listen. I'm not trying to justify what Kanye does at all.
Yes,
you know what I'm
you
saying?
is.
I don't justify. No, I don't.
No,
No, I
this
don't.
is about
macro
I don't
perspective.
I don't try to
Acting
justify
like
it.
he's trying to free the slaves. Cap.
No,
Cap,
okay.
cap.
So you're not trying to justify. What are you doing What are you doing right now?
What I'm
I'm
saying
just trying
is,
to see.
I have to sit back and understand why a person is doing what the fuck
He
they
ain't
doing
even
right
told
there,
you
and
what he
not
doing.
look at it toward the surface level, B. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit and go, yo, this motherfucker, damn, yo. If that's the case, the motherfucker went in there with a clear mind. I'm wearing a Klan's outfit right now. He really just saying fuck black people.
You the only
You don't think
ignorant nigga that don't see that's what he's saying.
That's not what he's saying. Not what he's
He
saying.
sat
Bro.
up there for 2 hours talking shit about black people wearing a Klan outfit. What the
Not
fuck
what
are
he's
you
saying.
talking about?
I don't think Trap is the only nigga who, thinks like that. I think there's a lot of people who think like that for Kanye, but we got to change that, man.
Shout out to Jerome D. Glass the hater, yay, free and rich. Stop it. Y'all keep thinking rich means something. He ain't rich enough to see his funky ass fucking kids.
And
what do money mean?
Obviously,
if you
he
gotta
ain't
run
free.
and hide everywhere you go.
Leave
If
his
you
kids
can't
alone.
even
Leave his
raise
kids
your
out of it. Leave
kids.
his kids out of it.
What do
Leave his
many
kids out of it.
Trap?
You better than that.
Stop talking, Trap. Because if you don't defeat how people see money, that's the problem. Y'all keep thinking money means something.
Yeah, people got to stop thinking money is freedom.
You got to stop thinking money is freedom. It ain't.
It's a lot of rich motherfuckers killing themselves.
It ain't.
What, Pete?
I just a quick question. I didn't watch probably more than like a 30-second clip of that thing. Like legitimately. When you say he was bad-mouthing black people, was he bad-mouthing like specific black individuals or Black America as a total entity?
Individuals.
That's all I was curious.
No, so you don't think when he said that said that gangbanging is like the Nazis party or some shit like this, or is that not talking bad about black people?
He said gangbanging is what? I
Only
gotta
if
get
you
it.
consider all black
I need to
people
get exactly what he said.
That seemed like all black people. That seemed like a lot of. I don't think he was like saying
What did he say,
individual
Glasses?
black people. That seemed like a mass of black people.
Bro, y'all niggas.
What he said as far as gangbanging?
Bro, y'all niggas is just about the goofiest niggas in life.
Nah.
Bro, I knew what the Klan outfit derived from the first day when I started
No, you
researching,
didn't.
I looked it
You
up.
did your research and panned out. What are you
It
talking
never
about? You did your
took
research and panned
Kanye-
out.
It never took Kanye to wear it for me to figure out what that outfit meant. I went to figure out what it meant when I saw the first other wear it.
Trap, did you only look up what the
Yes.
when you saw Kanye
Yes.
in it, or did you? So if a white man was wearing that, Trap, would you have cared?
No, the white man's wearing. That's what the fuck it is, though. You know
What do you
it
mean
is?
that's
The
what it
white
is?
man
It's the
wearing
same thing with
But
Kanye wearing.
listen, all right. So now what you're telling me right now is this, right? Let me get it straight, right? So he wore this outfit. Just this how you feel, right? All right. He wore the SWAT sticker. Hold on. He wore the SWAT sticker to ignite the Jewish people, and he wore the Klan's outfit to ignite the black people. That's what you see right there within it. That's it, right? That's what you see,
Hey,
right?
bro,
Answer the question, please. Answer the question, please.
Sell out energy.
Huh?
First off, you said take the shackles off. You didn't put the shackles on.
He ain't like that one. He ain't like that one.
See, G is just G is black or others. He don't have it ain't no room for thought in between there for G. Like if you got a different opinion on, especially I think after Kanye punched down on poor black people, G hates that shit. So I think after that shit, you can't have no kind of.
He punched down on everybody. The fact that he feel like he needs to say he's rich, as if that makes him better than anybody else. I
hate when people say that shit. That's ridiculous.
Eccentric instead of
and
crazy.
he says that because he know people who don't have anything think that means something. First off, I really know what the money is. So I'm not everybody else. I'm not somebody that been out the business. I may not be in all the doors you in, but I also know who pay you. I know all the people who pay you. I know the people who made you rich. I know them personally. And I know what they giving you. So you can lie to everybody else. You can inflate net worth to everybody else. I don't even respect the people that really got it. I don't even respect the people that really got it. So you running around talking about you rich and it's a bunch of broke, this, that, and the third. Boy, you ain't nothing. They showed you wasn't nothing. They took your kids from you like you ain't nothing. You better realize and wake up you a brother just like every other brother. I don't give a fuck if you got $2 more. Don't conflate don't fucking change the fucking issues. Don't run around here talking about who are you talking to? These are the people that made you rich. These are the people that supported you. Y'all got a problem with that. But I don't have a problem with him. And no, you not as a black man in America.
Wait a minute, you have a problem with who's him?
I don't have a problem with Kanye.
Can you quickly define when you say these are the people that made you rich?
Kanye. I'm telling you my problem with the things he's doing. I don't think Kanye is crazy.
What the fuck is going on right now?
Because it's not just him.
Real quick, when you say these are the people that made you rich, are you talking about these other corporate entity?
So there's fans,
or the customer base,
fans, the common fans first. So there's two type of people. There is the people, right, who paid him, right?
Yeah,
the people that run DMG,
partners.
the people that run Def Jam. I know Jay-Z. I got his number. I know what you're getting paid. I know the truth. You can lie to, and then I know the fans. I know fans that support you. So I'm saying my problem is not with him. Now you got here and you don't want to represent nobody. It's just all you. But at first, on the first 3 albums that I'll be hella hypercritical over, that I keep telling y'all he just really played everybody to get mind control. He knew how to make it safe, right? He just used you like he was going to represent your interests moving forward, that he represented you. That's my issue. It's not that. It's that type of mind that think that that's okay. Or like people keep saying he's a free thinker.
But Kanye is fine, though. He's cool to you.
No, I think Kanye is selfish. So I have a problem with selfish things. There's nothing wrong with Ye. I'm one of the people that do not thinking nothing is wrong with Ye. It's nothing.
Okay,
He's doing exactly what he want to do.
But what the fuck? So, but you don't have a problem. I'm just confused on the fact that you say you don't have a problem with Kanye West, because you just come across like you have a problem with Kanye.
First off, again, just because I'm critiquing his behavior doesn't mean I have a problem with him. I have a problem with his behavior. I don't want him to think for 2 seconds that having $1 make you think you better than any.
So you think, but you think Kanye West should get his ass whooped though, right?
I think I should whoop his ass.
Okay, so you want to whoop a dude ass that you have no problem with?
No, you don't have a problem with your son when you whoop him. You have a problem with his behavior.
Why do you keep bringing my son in the ass whoopings? And then why are you everybody's daddy in your analogy? So you're Kanye's dad whooping him?
You ever whoop somebody that wasn't your kid because they disrespected you and you had a problem with the disrespect?
Then I got a problem with you now. If you disrespect me and you got an issue now. I got a problem with you.
I respect that. That's not me. I only have a problem with the thing right here. This is the thing.
You have a problem with Kanye West.
No, I don't.
You do.
I listen to Kanye West on the way here.
What the fuck that mean?
I don't have
that
a
don't
mean
you that just because you listen to music, you obviously have a problem with Kanye West.
That's not true. Y'all gotta listen, and this is the same thing with disrespect. I can have a problem with what you're doing, and still that mean I love you. I don't have a problem. I have a problem with your behavior. Nigga, straighten up or ship out.
I could still love you and have a problem with you.
No, I don't have a problem with him. I'm telling you,
you do. You want to beat his ass. You want to whoop Kanye West's ass.
The nature of the intervention.
Okay,
I don't understand why you won't admit, like with the whole Drake thing. You refuse to admit that you disrespect Drake. You refuse to admit you have a problem with Kanye West.
You're conflating emotional points of what you think.
You have a problem with Kanye West. You do.
I don't, because if I had a problem, he wouldn't be living.
You okay? I'm not saying your problem is that deep. Like I'm not saying.
And then problem requires elimination.
I'm just no man. That's not all. Why is this black and white with you? Why is this problem dead? Like come on, man. Like you don't have to. Because you have a problem with him, you gotta kill him.
But listen,
even though that wouldn't be the worst thing ever to happen.
Okay, listen,
hey, hold on.
I'm sorry. Apologies.
Listen, coach. I get how everybody else lives their life. If they have a problem with the person's behavior, then they have a problem with the person. That is not who I am. If I'm critiquing your behavior, if I'm making fun, that don't mean I'm disrespecting you. I understand the interpretation based off emotion, but then there's real definition. Problems, I solve problems. If a person is a problem, I solve the person.
And you will solve the problem. If you ever got in a room with Kanye West, you would solve the problem.
No. I would make myself feel better. about the problem.
No, you would.
His behavior.
Because you think the only thing Kanye West need is an ass whooping, and he'd get right back on. So you'll be solving the problem in your opinion.
No,
if you whoop Kanye West's ass.
No, I would feel better.
But you
shout out to.
But you said it's not emotional, so that's hard to square that
circle
circle that it's not emotional.
I think all black people should want to punch Kanye in his mouth.
I'm not saying it's not emotional. I never said it's not emotional.
It's definitely emotional for you.
I thought you just said that like 2 minutes ago about like that's why you don't like him, or why you don't dislike him.
No, it's not. Listen, you're okay.
Pete, he has a problem with Kanye. Pete, he has a problem.
Focus, right? Focus. I know the two things could feel like they mean the same thing. It's not. I'm telling you specifically, I have a problem with his behavior.
I understand that. Like,
I don't have a problem with him.
This is like the idea of an intervention with a drug user. I hate that you use drugs, but I love you, so we're going to have an intervention to change your behavior. I get that.
So I don't have a problem with him, and it is driven off emotional. It is part of it is emotional. That's still not a problem. I am let down and emotionally bothered by his behavior.
Do you think Kanye is hurting us as a culture? Okay.
Yes, I think his behavior, not him. He's a great asset. His
behavior. So how do you decipher between him and his behavior?
Easy.
Like how? Because his behavior is him.
Because
his actions are him.
Because I could see at times when he realized he needed to respect people. When he needed to respect black people.
What the fuck are you talking about right now, Glasses? Come on, G.
You got it. That you love. You know why you love them?
Hey, you got to stop putting your toe in the pool and then taking it out, man. You got to just jump in that motherfucker, man.
Now that he's
you have a problem with Kanye West, and we all do.
Free to hate everyone's guts.
Like I'm saying, this Glasses be tripping, bro. So you don't have okay, cool. Fuck it. You don't have a problem with Kanye. You have a problem with his act. You have a problem with everything about Kanye except for him.
I don't have a problem with everything he does.
He just got a problem wearing the Klan suit.
He does.
He likes the 3 albums.
No, he don't even like those albums. He don't even like them 3 albums.
Not the first ones. Not the first ones.
I even like. See how y'all make the emotional part of it not make sense to y'all, and this is why people would think I'm contradicting. Right? You're not listening.
We are listening. Are you hearing yourself? Do you hear yourself?
Have I ever told you that I don't like the first 3 albums in life?
No, you never said you didn't like them.
But that's how you feel about it.
I never said you didn't like him.
But he said that.
You just said
no, he said you like. He said you liked them.
He just said he liked the.
He said you liked them.
Not the first 3. I said he didn't really like the first 3. Like the other 3 after that. I didn't.
You do like the other. You like the other 3 more than those first 3.
So that don't mean I don't like.
Nobody said you didn't like him.
He just said that.
He did not say that. You didn't listen.
He just said he said it. You didn't listen to him again when he said it.
Did you say he did not like the first 3?
I said
listen to him,
I said he liked not the first 3, like the last 3 better than the first 3.
He said you like that. That's what he said. No, man, I'm trying to make some words in his mouth. King know what he said.
On Olivia Show, you didn't just not say I like the first 3.
I said you didn't like the first 3 like you liked the last 3.
This is what he said. That's what he said.
That's what I was saying.
Listen, G. Listen.
I am listening. Y'all not listening.
Okay, you just proved you wasn't listening.
No, that's him changing what he said.
Okay, you gonna make him change what he said too.
That's not period, bro.
We're gonna have to do one of those episodes where we rewatch this and then talk about it like we're reviewing it ourselves of our own episodes, so we can go back and check what everybody said.
Hey, I'll be 100% with you with everything you said about Kanye is 100% spot on.
Yeah, but that
I
makes
agree
you
with.
not like somebody, and that's not making me not like him.
You do not like Kanye West. You don't like shit he doing. You don't like the fact he do. So
I thought you just said you didn't say he doesn't like Kanye West.
Oh my
so busy
God.
trying to tell me it's crazy. You don't think I'm
G,
going to
this
tell
is
you
simple. This is simple math.
I've told
If you don't like,
it's not simple math.
If this
That's the
is,
problem.
you always talk about math. Hey, this is simple math. If I don't like his actions, you don't like Kanye's actions, do you? Do you like Kanye's actions?
There are specific actions I don't like.
And you don't like him a lot.
Like
to where you arguing with Trap, you damn near sweating up in this motherfucker, just foaming at the mouth. That's how much you don't like his actions.
Sweat coming off my head.
You over here drooling, nigga. You about to punch through the screen. Trap, that's all like sellout shit. Like
because what happens is that type of contempt and blackness breeds contempt. I don't want him telling nobody else that. I don't want him going around and polluting black people's minds.
And this all stems from Kanye West, right? This all stems from Kanye.
The behavior of Kanye West, the behavior currently right now.
Do you like his behavior currently right now?
There are specific behaviors I don't like.
See, you always doing that shit.
Because I'm being specific?
They're specific. Okay, so what do you like from Kanye right now?
A lot of things from Kanye right now.
What? Give me some examples.
I'm not finna kiss his
Exactly. You don't Shit, you like from him right now? Not one thing.
You're doing the same thing that you do with Drake. Just because I'm not saying what I like at the time that I'm critiquing certain things of behavior, you automatically think I don't like somebody I'm disrespecting.
The outputs earlier are like those likes are priced in advance of the conversation. That's why we're having the conversation.
That's why we're having a conversation. I wouldn't have a conversation about a nigga I don't like.
Whoa. Okay.
Not a soul.
We having one about a nigga you don't like right now.
No, it's not. That's what I keep trying to tell you.
All right, cool. You like Kanye. Cool. Yes. All right.
It's obvious I like Kanye.
You can't be disappointed with someone you detest because your expectations are low.
Okay, so number one, okay, we're moving the conversation because I never said you did not like Kanye. I said you had a problem with him. That's what I said. And you obviously have a problem with Kanye.
I have a problem with his behavior. Instead of you fucking listening to me,
but you keep on saying you have a problem with his behavior. But if you have a problem with his behavior, his actions, and all that type of shit, now you have a problem with him.
What I'm saying. Stop telling me.
Okay, no. I'm about to let you finish this whole shit you about to say, and you're still gonna end up. You have a problem with Kanye. Go.
So if I'm talking to you, then we can't have a conversation.
Go, nigga. I'm listening. Go. I'm listening.
No.
I'm listening to you.
You're hearing. Are you listening or are you hearing?
I promise I'm listening.
Are you hearing or are you listening?
10 times the same thing that I'm gonna tell you the 11th time.
I promise I'm listening.
The 11th time, I don't have a problem with Kanye. I have a problem with the way he's behaving certain times. This is my problem.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with Kanye. Even if I don't necessarily like this behavior does not become indicative of everything he is. So I don't have a problem with Kanye. I have a problem with his admiration for the others. I have a problem with his lack of admiration for representing us. I don't like that right now.
Okay, so I listened to you. I heard you, everything you said. So
now what I don't
no,
man.
Hey. No, I'm gonna ask you a question. So what would it take for you to have a problem with him? Because I just wondering what it takes for a guy.
If I have a problem with a person, first off, that means they have to have some kind of specific thing in my cycle, right? They in my cipher, rather.
So this is the only way you ever continue.
Because how do I have a problem with a stranger?
Okay.
I have a problem with a stranger.
Okay, go.
I don't know them.
Go.
I don't listen.
Go ahead, bro.
Contrary to popular belief.
Go ahead, bro. Keep it pushing, bro.
Popular belief, like I can never have a problem with Trump. I don't know him. I know that sounds weird because everybody else find a way to fucking not like somebody I don't know. I don't like people I don't know.
Bro, I'm just saying.
I don't love or dislike them.
I've never wanted to punch somebody in the face who I did not have a problem with.
I've wanted to punch people in the face because they said something to me that I didn't like. That don't mean I don't like them. I could have wanted.
That mean you don't like. That mean you don't like them.
So
you just run around hitting people you like.
I've hit a lot of people I like. It's a list of 20.
At that time and moment when you're hitting them, I don't know how much you like them.
I like them a lot, but I didn't like what they said. I'm gonna make you pay for the shit you said.
And I know you about to bring up my son and whooping him now, but
listen, if I get it, how you are as a person. If somebody do stuff you don't like, you hate them. That's not me.
I don't hate him. I don't hate him. I have a problem with him at that time. That don't mean I hate you because I have a problem. For some reason, having a problem with somebody as hating them. I don't have to hate you to have a problem with you.
Listen, I don't have a problem with him.
Okay, cool. You cool with Kanye? You cool with what he's doing?
So you don't have a problem. You don't have a problem with him, but you just like some of his choices that he's making right now, like wearing
which means he has a problem with him now. If you don't like what Kanye,
simple math to you, then
that is the simple math.
Then we can't have a conversation about. So you should.
Bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm not buying that.
Cause you ain't gotta buy it. You don't gotta buy it. It's not for sale.
How do you now?
Huh?
How do you now?
40. 44, 45, 44. Nigga, give me a couple months. Nigga, stop this shit.
I was walking before you was alive.
What the fuck you talking about?
I was walking the drove before you was alive.
Man, don't come with me no couple 6 months of. I've been 6 months longer than you.
I was walking before you was alive.
I
was walking before you.
You probably was walking at like 112 or 12 months or some shit
before you was alive. So that's the point. Trust me, I'm sure of who I am as a person. I'm telling you, a person, who I am. I know who I am, and I know what I feel. I'm not trying to. There's no reason to deny it.
G, hey man, we good, bro. Hey, you don't have a problem with Kanye West. We straight, bro.
I don't have a problem with his behavior.
I know.
I don't think
he's crazy.
But his behavior that he's doing is actions that like him wearing certain shit and shit like that. You don't like that shit. So with them saying that you don't like it, you don't like him then.
No, that's not that's ridiculous. The fact that y'all keep saying that is ridiculous. That don't even
You like his music. You like his music, but you don't like his way of life, though. You don't like his way of life.
I could do it I could prove it to y'all in y'all personal life of people y'all know that have multiple choices and things that they do that you don't like. And then that don't mean you don't like that person. That don't mean that. So
but why you keep on saying don't like? We just saying problem with. We're not saying don't
because
like.
You're not listening. I don't have
saying.
a problem with
I
that
get what you're
person.
Okay,
I
fine. You don't have
a
a problem with Kanye.
I'm telling you.
You just want to punch him in the face.
No, I get what you're saying. Because basically,
He wants
I
to
don't gotta agree
discipline
with
him.
He wants to.
Thank you. Shout out to Jerome D. Agreed, Trap. Thank you. Pick a side, Glasses. This is y'all problem.
Thank
y'all
you.
Never, but I'm gonna tell you, y'all never picked a side. So how the
There's
hell you gonna
two
tell
sides
somebody
in this
who
world.
actually
Okay,
picked a side?
okay,
Discipline
but G,
and
this is what I'm saying though. You say you don't have a problem with
That's
Kanye. You saying that he is hip. You won't even say he's not hip hop. You won't like what?
Because I don't know. When I don't know, I won't give you an answer.
You definitely know. You.
Trap, how many
Hey,
times have I told you I'm not sure?
G.
You say you're not
Because you
sure. That's what
educated
you
me
saying.
on what's hip hop and what's not hip hop. You educated me.
When I'm
Remember when you told me what Drake? You told me a long time ago Drake was not hip hop.
I can see it a mile away.
Okay, exactly. I was
So
like,
when
okay,
I
you
can't
did
see
it.
it a mile away, I
No,
hope you respect that as well.
but you told me you gave me a ton of reasons why Kanye wasn't hip hop. You explained to me like Kanye's not this.
But then I told you reasons why I thought he could be. So I told you that's been my problem this whole time.
G,
You know.
do you
Okay.
have another artist that you're aware of that is in sort of an ambiguous gray area insofar as whether or not they're hip hop? Not like a backpack rapper or this or that, but just another person you could look at the pantheon of their career and go, yeah, they're kind of Kanye-esque in that I'm not terribly sure. Because he is kind of a unicorn in certain
Kanye became the first person because I think that's what made it different. Like it was a different door.
Gotcha.
So you know what I mean? It was different, but like again, it's hard for me to argue. Like I'm not sure. Like when I'm sure, I tell y'all I'm sure. Like I'm not the kind of person like I stand on a hill and die by myself every time. Like everybody at the lunch table knows this. So if I'm saying I'm not sure, you could bet it's because I'm not sure. One thing you could bet is I'm gonna stand on everything I said to people and to everybody else. I don't know who y'all think y'all talking to. I am not scared to tell people how I feel, to tell everybody what I think.
Do you think we should still revere Kanye as a culture though?
I'm
asking. I'm just asking this.
But I've never.
I'm not saying this about you.
Oh, I don't know how to even tell people that. I don't even know how to tell people. I never will try to tell people that. I won't launch a movement against anybody. That's not my job. If I have a problem with you, I'm gonna tell you my problem with you, and I'll tell you.
Okay, and what's wrong with launching a movement? If you think that
I'm saying that's not who I am, so I don't know. I don't do that. That's not my thing. That's not who I am. I don't believe I should be telling the rest of everybody else how you should feel about somebody.
Okay, what I'm asking is, do you think his body of work that he's put out is he tarnishing that by what he's doing now? Is he tarnishing his legacy?
No, because his art is his art. I don't believe in that. Now, how everybody else feel is different. Listen, I accepted Kanye for who he was when I got into him. When he started giving me authentic Kanye, that's when I became a fanatic of his. I'm telling you, that's why I wasn't a fanatic of the first 3 albums. They felt contrived. I told y'all this. What we're arguing now is proof that those things were contrived. He didn't evolve into this person. He was always hiding the person he was so he could actually be accepted by the people he wanted acceptance.
So you think Kanye's a snake, a serpent?
No, I think he's a fantastic scientist with this music thing. I think he understands what to do.
But he was hiding his true self, though.
No, I think he was playing into what he thought you needed or Trap needed.
You just got finished saying that he was hiding himself. That's what you said.
No, I think he was himself even then. But I think his true interest of representing his personal opinion is more important than representing your opinion.
Okay.
How many caramellos are sitting on that desk? And can some of them be put in the fridge for future purposes?
Yep. You need them?
Yes.
Man, I've been thinking about eating one of these for an hour.
Everybody keeps trying to put somebody on the opposite side. Like people keep saying pick a side. I'm not against Drake.
Wait a minute. So you don't think that we should pick a side?
Hold on.
What y'all
I have
should
a
do.
very important industry question.
Yeah.
Given the
Okay.
new Trump tariffs, are Drake's streams going to cost more?
How much is the tariff on the Canadian tax? Well, it's
depends on
made
what
in
it
America.
is.
It's an American product.
Oh, so the lyrics don't get tariffed when you put them over American beats?
No, you got when you do them here.
Well,
You got
that's
them
part
here.
of the tariffs, though. That's why the Chinese send parts to Mexico to be assembled there.
I don't know. We'll figure it out as it comes. What I'm saying is this, right? All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, how I live my life, like that's what I do, right? And I try my best to represent Black people in all the greatest capacity every time. That's my job. That's the verb of being Black. I try never to bring shame to other Black people, right? And I try to always stand up for other Black people first.
So do you look at yourself as a voice of the poor
Yes, of the ghetto.
okay, of the ghetto?
Yes.
Do you feel like do you look at yourself as a leader?
Yes.
Okay. So as a leader and a voice of the ghetto, you don't feel like you can say, all right, this person we should not look at as one of our leaders anymore.
Yes. If I had the person in my mind, I'm telling you right now.
Kanye.
No,
I'm giving you a person.
I'm telling you right now. Stop looking up to white people. That's my first rule as a leader. The others. Stop looking up to the others. Don't ever look up to the others. That's the first leader rule.
So should we? So do you think we should still be looking up to Kanye?
No, I think any one of us that see him should kick his ass and be like, stop making us look bad. That's what I think.
How you figure what he's doing right now is making us look bad?
Trap, don't make me eat this fucking shit, dog.
It's not an individual thing, though.
Trap. No,
Mm.
we are in America. No, it's not.
So
Stop trying to
you
have
think
a
people
free space outside of Black people. You can't, Trap.
So you think people gonna think that everybody gonna start walking around with these motherfucking hoods on?
No, they think we all look stupid, especially hip hop.
Okay.
Stop trying to have a space outside of Blackness. Stop trying to do that. We ain't in a position to do that. The others can do that. We can't do that. Stop trying to do that. Stop trying to have a space outside of Blackness.
Kanye don't represent me though.
Yes, he does.
No, he don't. No, he don't. What he do don't represent on me. I ain't going around wearing no fucking no SWAT stick, no SWAT stick.
Yeah, you might as well. You think it got something to do with the Moors? You made all these dumbass excuses.
Hey, Trap, do you think what Kanye's doing hurts the Black community?
No, I think what Kanye doing is only a reflection on himself.
Is
Okay.
that
Not a reflection,
evidence
it's
that
not
his
a-
efforts to separate himself from the Black community have been proven successful?
That's interesting.
Mm.
I don't know,
I
because
don't
people
even
like
know.
G won't let him go.
Because
Like,
nobody else gonna see him.
hey, let's let Kanye go. Let's let him go. G, like I'm saying, like, because that's a great question. Kanye don't want to be part of this.
You don't have a choice.
Why not? Like, why not? Why can't we just say, all right, fuck it, we just move? He doesn't want to be here. Let's let him go. Let's let him go. Why won't you let these niggas go?
They just don't know, huh? You don't let no nigga go, no matter what.
God damn it.
Why are you mad about this? I'm just asking. Like, if Kanye does not, so in your own words, you say he idolized the others. He don't even give a fuck about black culture. He don't even want to be a part of this shit.
But we got to care, though. We always got to care.
Yeah, about us, about people who's involved in black culture, who care about black culture. Why?
Period. Even if they are over there, we
Even
still
if they
got to
fucked
care.
up.
We still have to
Because
care.
eventually that represents all of us to this day.
Eventually we got to go get them.
Maybe we got to stop letting these guys represent us.
Yeah, that's the thing. Back in the day, you didn't have no. It was very rarely when you would have a celebrity.
That's how you stop that from happening. Now you just gave glasses legs when you say that.
Let's say the others got a rope and hung it from a tree. You think
know?
you'd be okay with that right now?
Who would be okay with that?
You.
If they hung Kanye West from a tree, yes, I'd be totally fine. I already told you that.
Would you be fine with the trap?
No.
I respect your honesty.
No.
Yes,
Because to say that right there, are you cool with what they did to Michael Jackson or Prince?
What?
You go to some deep
I'm
conspiracies
just-
now.
What just
I'm just
happened?
saying.
It's
Not conspiracy.
simple. He went into a deep
It's not
conspiracy.
conspiracy. They took him out.
You
Know
think they
what I'm
took
saying?
out Prince?
Yep.
It took him a long time to get around to that.
All right. I think they did. You know what I mean? You want to wrap it up now? You want to wrap it up now?
This way, when we want to take somebody out, look at JFK. We don't let it linger.
When did they find out about JFK shit though? Who really took him out though?
Will be the most fair.
Exactly.
60 years later.
Yeah, but we didn't take him out 60 years later. You found out about it 60 years later.
Yeah, that's the same way you're gonna find out about Prince and Michael Jackson 30 years
No,
from
they
now.
took Prince peaked in 88 or something like that. They didn't wait till 2018 to take
No,
him
it's
out.
catalog,
They
B.
took
You gotta
his
look
ass
into the
out
whole
in 88.
shit. Okay, you see what Corey Holcomb said? Corey Holcomb said some crazy shit.
What did he say?
He said he basically the same thing I was saying right there. He was like, if you look at all the artists that have like big catalogs within like the music industry and stuff like that, they take them all out. He said he's worried for Mariah Carey. She's like the last one that have like a big major catalog they didn't get. I'm just saying.
I think they're gonna leave Mariah alone.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lex. You wrong, Glasses. I will look at and admire those that are positive and based on their exterior appearances. That's where you wrong at, Lex. That's where you wrong at. That's
At
going
least
against
the
the
two of you
leadership.
agree and mutual disagreement.
Shout out to Larry Love. You can't say most of them, Glasses. You see that, right? You don't have a choice but to try, Larry.
Why?
Because that's what being black is.
No, okay, Glasses. But see, I'm not saying don't try to save some people. I'm not saying you should try to save people, but there are people who don't want to be saved.
Can we do a remix over that beat about Kanye about he don't want to be saved? On that beat? That would be a very compelling single.
I agree. He does not want to be saved, but Glasses want to save this boy so bad.
It's not out. Listen, that's what being black is. Like being humane is to care about humans. That's what I cannot wake up, even if Kanye woke up and stopped being the verb of black, I could never wake up and be him.
I feel like
if I woke up one day and was like, well, I don't care what they do to Kanye. If they kill him, if they do this to him, if they do whatever, guess what? I could never do that because then that would make me Kanye.
Let me ask you this, Glasses. Do you think that black people in America are the most compassionate people?
I don't know. I'd like to believe so.
I kind of feel like we are.
I'll say yes.
I kind of feel like we're the most compassionate, forgiving people in
yes.
America. And I think that we've tried a lot to save Kanye. I think we've gone out of our way to try to save Kanye. At some point, you got to be like, all right, bro, don't want to be saved. And also, he's becoming a detriment to our plight.
Never that point.
The point is now.
It's never a point to leave one man behind. That's never a point until he ain't alive.
Hey, you will make a great soldier, but
I'm just telling you, that's what being black is all about.
But not all blacks feel that way because listen to Trap. Trap don't think what Kanye did was anything wrong to the community.
No.
I think yes.
You know,
No,
like
I never said I don't see anything wrong with it, yo. What I'm saying, I try to see some situations like that and try to understand, like, why the fuck is he doing this shit for, bro? I'm not gonna just look at it like, yo, he do, because I know completely for a fact that wearing a Klan suit on, you know what I'm saying, public platform, is something wrong with that. You know what I'm saying?
It's not give a negative effect to the black culture.
But then I gotta think about it and I gotta go, but why is he doing this shit for though, B? You know what I'm saying? He can't just be doing this shit just for the sake of just trying to ignite a fucking just to get people mad and riled up. No, what are you gotta have some fucking medicine inside the fucking, you know what I'm saying? The jello or some shit, B. You know what I'm saying?
But why does
I think more highly of him intelligently, B, than just be doing that shit like that.
Yeah, but
he done proved it before.
Intelligence don't also mean that the goal of something is, hey, the intelligence and intellect could just legitly be being a marketing savant and understanding where he's playing at and deciding, I'm going to ride this all the way to becoming the talk of the internet.
I don't know why we.
You saying there's no possible chance it could be some medicine in the dessert?
I'm telling you, whatever medicine in it was not worth it.
Okay, I got
so
you.
it's no medicine to look for.
Okay.
The damage you did is worse than any medicine you could give. To sit up there on that interview wearing a Klan outfit and talk bad about all these black people
and make Axe stand up the whole time.
Yeah, right. Do you realize, like,
wear a Klan outfit and call other black people out their name, use derogatory terms to talk bad? He might have talked bad about one or two others. He might have talked bad about 20 to 30 Negroes in a Klan outfit. There was not enough medicine that would make that okay.
He does that for black people, right? He points out everyone he got a problem with in black people, right? But when it comes to people, he say all Jews. You don't see the difference between that?
No. I don't care what he said about them.
Okay. No. I'm just saying he's pointing out every black person that's had something to say about him. So listen, you had something to say about me, I got something to say about y'all now.
Again, I don't want you to say nothing about a Negro wearing that fucking outfit.
I got you. I got you.
Why are you sitting up on this damn screen wearing this damn outfit talking bad about black people?
Sound like you got a problem with him.
No, I have a problem with that. Now, if he was wearing his regular Kanye outfit with his Yeezys, I wouldn't have nothing to say. He could have his Yeezys on, his whole little $2 shirt. How much is his shirt, Trap?
$20.
$20 shirt, $20 pants, some Yeezys, and been talking about Travis, talking about Cardi. I wouldn't have nothing to say. I might make Kanye on them people head. That's, them brothers got to figure that out.
Until he talked about Kendrick.
No, even then, I didn't care.
It's the Klan suit itself.
I didn't even care then. I really didn't.
You better not talk about one West Coast artist.
Bro, I didn't give a fuck. You know what I cared about? Why the fuck are you wearing that Klan outfit doing that?
I mean, that's true. That was the bigger, that made it worse.
He would have been like, the man's, listen, you know why I really don't care about him talking crazy about Dot, him specifically? Like, I took a side during a battle, right? Dot is my boy. I'm riding with Dot over everybody. That's my guy. Outside of that, now I don't care if Drake's successful. I'm not rooting against his success. I'm not like, keep his song. I don't care. He should have another, it's Drake. He should have another great song. I'm not rooting against him. I'm not on the opposite side. That nigga ain't in a position to be on the opposite side of me. That's some music shit. This is real. This outside for real. This ain't none of that TV shit. This for real. We men. So we would never have a problem until he walked up to me and told me he had a problem. And I'm gonna saw that problem right there. So I'm not against him. And I'm not against Ye for wearing that. I'm against Ye wearing that outfit, talking about black people. If he wore that outfit and sat up there and talked about others, I wouldn't have nothing to say. This nigga wild. That's all you would have got. Man, this nigga wild. Why is he up there still da? Why? I wouldn't have had one problem. But you sit up here in that fucking outfit talking about brothers the whole 2 hours.
So your problem with him came in when he put the outfit on.
No, when he put the outfit on and started talking bad about brothers. It was like a lynching right there.
So that's where your problem with him came in.
That's my problem, not with him. That's my problem.
That's the activity or the behavioral act.
Him wearing a Klan outfit, if he went up there and talked bad about the others, I wouldn't have nothing to say. I'm like, man, that boy, wow, that's crazy. It's viral too. I wouldn't have thought twice.
So what if he didn't have the Klan outfit on and he talked bad about black people?
I would have nothing to say still.
Okay.
What they did to Ye. What they did to Ye.
What if he would talk about poor black people? And you would have been fine with that.
You need to get that shit together.
But
I wouldn't go punch him in his mouth.
Glasses, you had a problem with him from his tweets he was putting out, dude. You're not gonna do that.
Because he was putting Nazi things, saying stuff about black people.
He was putting Nazi things.
Them little Nazi things. You know what I'm talking about?
Swastikas.
Why are you doing this talking about black people at the same time?
I agree. it's funny because I agree with you like 99% of the time, all the time, and then it'd be that one thing where you just like, man.
Because you can't. I get it. But one, you would have to know that I'm not at any means scared to tell people what I think.
I don't think you are.
No, I'm saying genuinely, I'm not gonna ever hold back.
I don't think you are.
If I really thought I was disrespecting Drake, or if I knew I would tell you. I'd be like, yeah, fuck him. If I didn't like Kanye, I'd be like, yo, I'm not fucking with Kanye. Fuck him. I have no problem. I genuinely mean what I'm saying. My issue is him wearing that outfit, talking bad about brothers in front of the world. Don't do that. My issue
I get you on that.
Huh?
I get you on that. I get you on that part right there.
And
So
you also have issue with him idolizing the others.
That's my issue. That's another issue. But I just realized that yesterday, and that's what I was telling him. I was saying to him, like, oh, I see what's wrong with him. And now he realizes he'll never be a other.
And I agree. If I'm saying, man, you are gold on all that, man. Like everything is I'm with you 100%. But then I don't know why we won't just let him go then. Like just say, all right, cool.
It ain't about us letting him go. Everybody gonna see him as us. You already made him us. Like I told Big U, he was talking about whack. They was arguing. I'm like, you made him us. Y'all made him us. Y'all made him us. So now forever they see him as us.
Now, I agree with you as far as Kanye idolizing the others, but another young black male growing up in the hood, wherever, and he sees Ralph Lauren and he sees Karl Kani, and if he wants to be bigger than, so how does he have to think about it then?
He needs to just want to be the greatest person to ever make clothes. But if you're gonna idolize a man, it needs to be a brother in America.
Even though they won't let us get to it, but to a certain level, and he wants to break through that level.
It's not about if they will let you get to a level. That's not the point. You don't have to idolize them to get past whatever level they set for you. You could actually just come with the idea that's worth more than anything they can stop. But you cannot idolize them because naturally you're going to start to assimilate into what you think they did to get there, and you're gonna marry a white woman. You're gonna have white kids. You're gonna do 1,000 things that's going to start being counterproductive to Black America. That's important to me. And it's unnecessary for the pursuit of money. I get it if two brothers got a problem and you got to pop some brother to save your life. I can make sense of that. I can't make sense of you trading your blackness for money. That will never make sense to me. Never. If trading your blackness is to care about what we think and representing us for money.
And no matter what amount of money either, right?
I don't care if it's $1 trillion.
Okay.
I don't care if it's $1 trillion. It ain't gonna mean nothing. It ain't gonna mean nothing. Because when we done with you and it go bad, they gonna have their way with you. They gonna have their way with you because they know you ain't them. They don't care what you did. They don't care how much they love you. You see how fast they turn on OJ? They didn't care.
Do you have a problem with them having their way with Kanye right now?
They're not doing nothing to him. But if Kanye was hanging from a tree, I'd burn down every McDonald's around this motherfucker.
So
even after he wore that Klan outfit, even after he married this old white lady and had them kids, even after all that, if they hung him from a tree, I'd burn every McDonald's around this motherfucker down.
It'll be you and 3 other niggas.
That's cool.
I just don't think
I never moved for everybody. I do what needs to be done. I ain't really worried about who else agree with me, coach. That ain't my style.
That shit.
I burn every McDonald's around this motherfucker down. And some black people own some of them, but fuck it, that represents the establishment. I'm burning that.
Why McDonald's though?
Start with McDonald's.
Why McDonald's though? Why you pick McDonald's?
Fucked up anyway. Burn them shits down. I'm starting to burn shit down over that boy. I'm throwing a ride over that boy. I'm gonna walk down there and protest over that boy. Even he made us look stupid. I'm tripping. Because that's one of our, even if he don't know it, he one of the most important people that look like me in life. So no, I'm not having it if they do something to him. I'm not having it. I don't care what dumb shit he did. And I'm mad that he act like he don't know it. Don't put me in a bad situation because you want to try to think for yourself and go out here. Boy, remember who you are. I don't care who you want to be. Remember who you are.
At what point do you not let him put you in a bad situation?
It's never not my brother's gonna put me in a bad situation. It's
That's
just how it goes. This is the point of being your brother's keeper. It ain't no choice.
Your brother's he's not your brother, bro. He don't want to be your brother.
It don't matter. He is. He is. Rest in peace, Doctor. He is. Ain't nobody. I can't change it.
That's the problem. That's the real problem right there,
That could be
Don.
my problem.
Don, that's the problem.
That could be my problem. That could be my problem. I'm not disagreeing. That could be my problem. But guess what? I'm gonna live and die with this problem, even if it killed me. I already made up my mind.
Dude, you can't die for Kanye, man. That can't be it. That can't be it. That can't be it.
It's not about dying for Kanye. It's about making sure these people know they can't treat us any type of way. I don't care how crazy some of us look, or I don't care how some of the shit. Treat us fair. So no, you can't hang Kanye. I don't care how much that Klan outfit. If the Klan hung you wearing that Klan outfit, it's a problem.
So
I'm tripping.
We wouldn't even see his face if they hung him in that Klan outfit. Hang him in that.
Pull it off.
Hang him in that. Hang him in that. Hang him in that.
They gonna show us. It ain't about that, Coach. It's just that's just how I am. It's not on price. Not. I don't have a choice.
I get it. I mean, that's how you are, man. I get it. I get it, man. Like
it's not on purpose. It's just how I am.
Hey, man.
Bro. It's like I'm not with that. I'm not letting them. I'm not with that, and I want him to remember that. Every day I have to look at what they doing to Big U.
So
I know
if
the truth. You know how I feel to know the truth about somebody and then watch them have to be punished like they did these things, and you know the truth.
But Big U is a different case than Kanye, though.
It's not. It don't matter if you in great standings or the poor standings. You still a brother in America, and they see you as a brother. They see a poor brother and a wealthy brother exactly the same. So guess what? That means they see us the same. So long as the others see us the same, we the same. And I'm gonna act like it. I'm gonna conduct myself because you see, until you make us independently, then I'm not gonna act like it's all of us together. That's just where I'm at. I watch the shit with Big U every day. I know the nigga I told the homies, I told you the first day I said I know who telling in that case. And that punk ass nigga is a nigga that I used to call a friend. He offered him that money. He offered him because he wanted to use his social clout in the streets, his cultural cachet in the streets. He wanted it. He wanted it. And offered him. He was lying, going around saying they was already in business, going around doing bad business in his name, going around doing bad business in his organization's name, in his community's name. As soon as he could, he got down on, here, I want to just be in business with you because he's a fucking groupie with this shit, like a lot of niggas is. But I have to watch them persecute that nigga on the news every day because he's doing the same thing most people do in America, trying to take care of themselves. He ain't rolling around this motherfucking no Bentleys and no Phantoms. He with them kids every day. But guess what? I got to sit back and watch them do him like that. I can't. I got to speak because I know the truth. Same with Ye. I'm not saying nothing. Look, I got that brother back to the fullest. I wish he never married that lady, but I want the best for him. But you can't make us look bad. I'm tripping. I'm supposed to be critical over it. I'm supposed to, and I'm supposed to stand up for Big U too. I'm supposed to. This is what we supposed to do. This is the verb of being black. Find out what it is, represent that shit to the fullest, stand up for it. That's what being a human is. I care about him.
Is there ever a moment when you gotta just go hands off on the whole situation? Like
never.
Back to the start again.
But I'm just
never. There's never a moment unless it's two brothers.
Okay.
It's never a moment.
But at some point, look how you everything. I loved everything you said, man. It was heartfelt, man. It was great. But I'm dead serious. We need people like G to speak for the community, speak for us. At some point, we got to move motherfuckers like Kanye out the way so your voice could be louder.
No, Glass has got to get his own voice. It ain't about moving nobody out.
He got it.
He don't got to do nothing. I got to do what I got to do. This don't got nothing to do with him. This is my own thing. And his problem is if you empower weakness, it's gonna bite you, and that's his problem.
But we empowering weakness by keeping him around.
No, y'all empower Kanye because y'all thought he represented your interests.
Why we keep saying y'all?
You Trap. I'm not talking shit. I'm saying the first 3-4 albums, y'all felt like he was y'all type of brother. Y'all was like, oh, he just went to college, and he's just like us. I always thought, I'm like, this feels a bit contrived. I told Trap that for all this happened, I was like, man, you really didn't. When you listen to the first album, it don't feel like it's kind of like intentional, like it don't feel like an authenticity that's missing. Trap like, no, you didn't even say the same thing. And then I told y'all why I like the next 3 or 4 Kanye records. Why I like Yeezus, Beautiful Dark. I told you why. I said I feel like I authentically get who he is. I feel like the first 3 records, he was trying to convince me he was a good guy and a guy that should represent it. This one, I feel like he is being his authentic self, and I can rock with it. Nip, rest, nip, so that was our thing, authenticity. We both swore by that. That was the business model. We came up and said, we got to be authentic because we really this. I believed in it, and I ran with it ever since we talked about it that time. So that's how I enjoy my art as well. The reason GNX is my favorite Dot album is because it's the most authentic in his space. He's not worried about how people see him. He's like, this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at in life. Here you go. I'm not worried about projecting. If I'm not a good enough man, then I'm just not. Here I am. That's what I like in my music. So when I got to Ye, when I hear Ye, like I'm telling Trap, I get that. I get a man fighting about his daughter and trying to figure it out and be a parent and hearing the confusions and trying to overcome them with security. I see it. I can respect that. I can respect the thought of him talking about losing his old lady who he eventually lost and like, damn, I'm tripping because I'm doing a bunch of shit. I'm being accountable. I don't like men that don't become accountable. If you're not an accountable man, you are a bitch ass nigga. And that's how he sounds now.
So you don't like him?
No, he sounds like that way. But then
he is not accountable. He don't sound like that. He's not.
Again.
And you don't like niggas like that. They're bitch ass niggas. That's what you just said. You don't like Kanye.
So then if that's his history, then that's different. But I'm telling you, there are moments, there's an album that I'm talking about, that I'm gloating about, and all the stuff in the middle where I felt he's being accountable as a human. Right? As an artist, right? I'm like, he's taking the fact that he got diagnosed bipolar and he's being accountable. Like, I'm gonna make this work. I'll be fucking up. My old lady's still with me. I'm gonna make this work. I'm being a father of something new, having a daughter. I'm gonna make this work. That's what I like. That's glasses, authenticity. I like that.
Bro, we need more G's, less Kanye's, bro.
Yeah, but that ain't the point.
That is the point.
That's the point. Is I'm glasses, so I gotta be glasses. So that's it.
We need more niggas on a wavelength of a G than we need other Kanye. Kanye's need to be stomped out and cropped out of the picture. They gotta go.
Say this out, Yato. Let me say this to you one time. How the fuck Nipsey get extorted? His roots on the shit. Nipsey never got extorted. All of these people are lying. Nobody extorted Nip in life. That's a fucking lie. That nigga was my friend. Nobody extorted Nip in life. None of us would have went for it from nobody.
You said that like in 4 live streams now.
Yeah, nobody extorted Nip in life. Niggas, none of us was going through that. None of us was going for that. We was doing stuff in never. It wasn't even a thought. None of us would have never let that happen. So that's a bad rumor made to make that old man look bad that's sitting in them feds. Nobody extorted that dude. Never. None of us going for that. That's just not true. So again, I'm saying I cannot help it. I'm operating in true authenticity and purpose. This is how I am. I'm not doing it for these people. I can say 1,000 things that these people are like. I'm not. I'm telling them this is where I'm at. You can say glasses. You can listen to my music. You can fuck with it and see what it is. This is real. One thing you can bet, Coach, is real. This real.
I don't.
Real. If I didn't like him, I'd be like, man, I don't like Ye. But I'm honest. Like I tell you with LeBron, I can't dislike him. I don't know.
What do you like about Kanye?
A million things. He's one of the greatest scientists to ever get into the fucking space of hip hop, the music. He's like a fucking incredible scientist. He's bold. He's willing. He's thought. He thinks really well. He speaks well. He you know what I mean? It's 1,000 things that connect. A lot of times I see myself.
Kanye speaks well to you.
I'll send you something that I used to listen to.
Going on?
It used to be this thing. It was this long speech that they had put together. It was like a bunch of Kanye clips. It was like an hour and 30 minutes.
What else were you talking about?
I used to listen to that every morning.
Listen to Kanye speak makes my head hurt. Like,
I understand.
He does not speak well. He just said a bunch of gibberish, and we make it more than what it really is.
Speaks very well, man.
Some people could think Jesus was speaking gibberish.
Oh my God! So
I'm not comparing Jesus. I'm just telling you.
Don't bring up Jesus. He already think he Jesus. Just not say that.
But I'm giving you a reference point of how perception could be of somebody later on that you realize was saying some fly shit. That's what I'm saying.
So you think Kanye? So you think later on we're gonna think Kanye was saying some fly shit?
I thought he was saying some fly shit in real time.
I'm not saying it, but if you talk a lot, you're gonna say some fly shit.
No, I'm telling you, I don't even think he said a lot of dumb shit. I think the shit he say that's dumb is this much compared to the dope shit he say. The problem is the dumb shit he say end up being fucking too dumb. Like to compare what's going on in hip hop with people talking about rivaling with other streets and they fighting and having wars, to compare that to Nazis, that's dumb. It's short-sighted, and I don't genuinely believe he thinks that. Because if he thought that, he wouldn't be trying to get Larry Hoover out of jail. So that's what I think sometimes he can be disingenuous in the pursuit of marketing. My problem is he can be disingenuous in the pursuit of getting popular. That's something I did notice. That's why I'm telling you I didn't like, but I didn't connect to the first 3 albums. I like the songs, but I didn't connect to them. They weren't endearing. They weren't unapologetic. They wasn't as authentic as I need artists to be. So that's all it is. But no, I'm not one of them people that's canceling Ye. I just think we should kick his ass. That's what I think.
All right, man.
I think we should just kick his ass. I think we should, when we see him, you making us look bad. We need to squabble. Even if he win, he gonna realize the burden that is on him to represent us.
Win what? Even if he win what?
They want to fight.
Fight against who?
Anybody. Now, trust me, I don't think I could just whoop Ye, but he gonna be in a fucking fight, and I'm gonna let him know every time I'm fighting because I'm gonna be talking the whole time. You motherfucker. I don't care if he won, but you need to know you represent us, not just the people you want, but you represent all of us. And you can't go out here wearing no damn Klan outfit talking bad about brothers. That's out. Find another marketing ploy. That's not it. You can't trade in us for popularity. You can't be willing to sacrifice us because you got here now for a relevant moment. You can't do that.
You're gonna be really hurt after y'all fight and he go back and do the same shit.
How did you feel? How did you feel?
Until he
how did you feel?
Or I die.
Or
he died.
How did you feel when he had that last rant and he wore the red cap?
I didn't even get into that because I thought you, as a brother, you could be a Republican. Whatever. I'm not even asking you to stay down with the Democratic move. I'm not asking that. If that's your partner and you want to fuck with him, cool. Don't call him your daddy, though. Don't do that.
But you already know that he think. Look,
but you missed it. I just realized that now. I'm telling you, don't call him your daddy. Hey, you know what? Trump.
That was great. That was pause.
He got power. I got power. We clicked up.
I wonder how it's possible about that.
He's a player. Oh, he like a father figure. Bro, stop. And again, this don't take from Ye being great. But greatness don't stop. It don't stop. You don't get to rest on what you did. You got to still do the right things tomorrow. And it's okay if I'm critiquing you for the dumb shit you do.
What is Ye great at, though? Is he great at producing music?
He's great at making records. He's great at making shoes. He's great at being Kanye. But guess what? You got to also be a great black man. And that don't mean you get to just be free to move about the cabin as a black man. You still got to think about us, especially the poor us. How dare you talk about, oh, you got money. Oh, I got money. I don't care about nothing broke. Shut your bitch ass up. That'll get you fired on for real. That'll get you stomped out. Don't you sit up there and think you got some money, start talking to poor black people, you punk ass nigga. Who the fuck you think you is? Bitch, you using our tools to get where you got. You using Marley Marl tools, other poor black people tools to get where you got. Because you couldn't have used no white. You couldn't have used the other tools. So don't you get your punk ass in position and forgot what made you get there. The shit that them poor people came up with. I'm not having it. I'm not supposed to have it. I'm not supposed to have it. None of us supposed to have it. Hip hop ain't supposed to have it. Nigga, don't you even let broke come out your mouth.
I agree.
Black people.
I agree with all this.
Because you use everything poor black people made. You didn't use what Larry Smith had. You didn't use what Sylvia had. You used what Marley had. He didn't have no bunch of money. He broke. He was broke when he made this thing that made you get up there and position yourself. All the slang you use came from poor people. All of a sudden now it's broke. Niggas is broke. Fuck out of here. I'm not having it. I'm not with that punching down on poor black. All these people take from poor black people. And I may not be poor and black no more, but I still was poor and black, and I'm from a poor and black place.
You might not be poor no more. You still black.
I don't care how much money I ever made. I'll never forget poor black people. I'm always remember that. Even if it stopped me from being the wealthiest I could be, that's fine. Because I'm gonna always be black, period, first. I'm not gonna be nothing else first before I'm black. I'm not even gonna be a father before I become black. I'm not gonna be a husband before I'm black. I'm black first. That's just where I'm at with it. That's just where I'm at. That's it. So I'm not tripping off what Ye be talking about. Hey, don't wear no Klan outfit and be talking bad about a bunch of brothers. Go up there and talk about them others. Don't you bring your ass up there. Stop calling poor black people. Stop talking about black people broke. Shut your punk ass up. Shut your punk ass up. All that punk ass shit. Now fuck that. Fuck that. Shout out to Red Rose. You don't deserve this behavior he's displaying. And that's the truth.
I agree. We don't deserve it. What are we gonna do about it?
So my opinion.
What we gonna do about it?
I'm trying to squabble it. We need to squabble, bro. We can catch a head up. We need to squabble. I don't give a fuck if he win. We're gonna squabble.
Kanye West. None of us gonna ever see Kanye.
That's not true. I'm probably gonna see.
You know what this kind of remind me of?
You know, rooms with you.
Of the remember the Dave Chappelle skit when he had the black KKK member and the motherfucker was talking crazy, and then he took the hat off, and he was a black person. Everybody was like, yo. So I really feel like as if him having that on right now is like, it's just to the point of we don't know what I'm saying, we don't know what the layers of it is, though. You know what I'm saying? He don't even know that. No matter of fact, he doesn't know the impact the way he's doing is causing, though. You know what I'm saying? Because he might have.
You don't know. I think he just figures what he's trying to do is more important than how it's going to make.
That's what I'm saying.
Look, like my biggest fear for Ye is he's disconnecting himself from poor black people. And don't get me wrong, he may have not been a poor black person ever in his life. But using this vessel that we call hip hop, it is the voice of poor black people. It is the language of poor black people. It's the art of poor black people. So you using this motherfucker, you better have some respect. And if nobody else gonna demand it, I'm gonna demand it. You supposed to. It ain't nothing wrong. I'm not doing nothing wrong. The one thing, coach, on my moves, can't nobody tell me I'm doing nothing wrong. I'll listen to them, but it's gonna be hard because I know I'm moving out of real energy. I know my genuine. I don't have no disdain for Ye. I'm his biggest fan. I bought this nigga records. I fuck with him. It's all good. But you ain't gonna be making us look stupid. You can stop that punk shit. Hey, don't do that. Don't wear that damn outfit and be talking about 30 black people on your shit. I don't care. Wear a regular outfit when you talk about them. Then put back on that outfit when you talk about the others. Don't you put that fucking outfit on and be socially trying to kill Negroes, trying to hang Negroes. Take that shit off. I don't give a fuck if it's gonna make you go viral. This ass whooping will make you go viral too. Or a squabble.
So the Kanye West that we got right now, today, in 2025, do you think we're better off without that guy?
It ain't a choice if we better.
No. I'm not asking you. I'm just saying, do you think we're better off without him?
I wouldn't imagine a world where this man is dead.
I'm not saying dead. I'm just saying like he just don't have a voice. He does not.
He's gonna always have a voice.
I'm asking you.
I'm telling you.
We know he's gonna have a voice. I'm asking you. Would he rather? Would we be better off without Kanye right now?
Represent more good for black people or bad? Good. Kanye represents more good for black people than bad. Even right now in his worst moments, it's Kanye fucking West.
Explain.
Some black kid is going to wake up one day and realize he can make the hottest shoe in the world because of Kanye West. They're going to look and see him and identify like, oh, he like me. I can make the hottest shoe in the world. I can be the hottest motherfucker to ever make records. I can do some dope ass shit because they see him.
And if you go to any after hours party in the Hollywood Hills, he has made it possible for any black man in LA to get with any Armenian chick from Glendale. He has broken that barrier.
Shout out to Yato. Wearing a KKK robe isn't the same as talking about shooting in a song. You know why it's different, Yato? Because shooting in a song is about a war. It's not about people just genocide people just because of race. It's about people fighting. Wearing a KKK robe is somebody killing you just because you exist. That is not the same as shooting in a song. Wearing a KKK robe is 1,000 times worse than shooting in a song. It's 1,000 times worse. It's not even close. And the fact that sometimes
it's like provoked versus unprovoked.
And I'm not saying that this is your thought, but I'm saying the problem is, right, is he mislabeling that. It's way worse. These people killed people because of who we were. Didn't have to do nothing wrong. We wasn't in no fight. It wasn't no nothing. They just was hanging motherfuckers from a tree just because. Just because. They didn't have no reason. Being black was enough. That's why it's disingenuous to compare the Klan and Nazis to motherfuckers fighting each other. Because the Jewish people wasn't fighting Nazis. Because black people wasn't fighting the Klan. They just was killing them because they were black or because they were Jewish. I shouldn't have to explain that. And that's the problem. That's my point when he's being deceptive. He knows this. I'm not the smartest motherfucker. He got to be as smart as me or smarter. So he knows it's a difference. So when you do that, you're taking advantage of people's emotions. And you're taking advantage of people's ignorance. I am not with that. Don't do it to poor black people. Don't do it to us. Don't do that shit. Do that shit to somebody else. That's it. Hey, I don't think it's that crazy. It's not too much to ask. It's not too much to ask.
Kanye ain't changing shit. He gonna be the same Kanye he is now. He gonna be still doing the same weird ass shit as long as there's people to listen and try to make these reasons why he's doing it. He's gonna continue to do this shit. Cause I'm trying to tell y'all, he's not good anymore. And these shoes, you keep on talking about some young black kids ain't no kid gonna wake up one day and be like, oh, Kanye did this because his shoes ain't shit no more. I'm a shoe guy. His shoes ain't selling like they used to sell. Nobody give a fuck about a Kanye West shoe. That's why he's selling these shirts for $20 now. He was selling them for $200 and $300 at one point because ain't nobody buying that shit. So Kanye got to do this bullshit to stay relevant. And as long as we sit here and call him, oh, he's a black man, we got to support him, or we got to do all this, and we got to just denounce Kanye. He got to be done with us, done for us. Like he got to be gone. Like we got to stop fucking with Kanye. I'm sorry, man. Kanye is not. I'm sorry, bro. He's not gonna galvanize the youth. Nobody give a fuck about Kanye no more. As far as the young guys, young people don't give a fuck about Kanye no more. My kid's kid is not gonna wake up and be like, Kanye inspired me to make some shoes better. No, that's not it. I'm sorry. He's doing more bad than good right now in glasses.
It don't work that way, coach.
It does.
Because it's not just about hot. It's not about current. It's about legacy. It's people that was dead.
This is his legacy now.
Martin Luther King was dead before I was alive. That don't mean he don't inspire.
Did Martin Luther King do?
Martin
He didn't show you his legacy. Martin Luther not bullshit like this. I mean, you can cheating on his wife and all that type of shit.
His dream is bullshit. It's bullshit. That's his most notarized speech. Do you think they spreading? I've been to the mountaintop as a speech. They not spreading that speech. They not spreading that speech. So I'm saying you don't have to judge nobody. We don't got to judge nobody. I'm telling you, the fact that he did it is everything. That's everything. That's why he represents everything. No matter if his shoes ain't the most current hottest shoe in the world, you can't change the legacy of it.
He's changing the legacy of it, man.
It depends. It depends on what you want to focus on. Ye could never do enough to change what I saw him do.
Yeah, but fuck about this. Like I always be telling you, man, you a dinosaur. You a last of a dying breed. People don't think like you no more, bro. Like that's not the way it's working no more. Like Kanye West's legacy is going to die with us. Like and all the positive shit is going to die with us. All the shit he doing now is going to be the shit that the kids are remembering. And this is why Kanye is poison to the black community.
Trust me, if they look past anything he did, they're going to see everything.
They're going to overlook that shit because that's just not salacious. This ain't.
Yeah, but you can't believe. But before the one or two kids that look past salacious, it's worth it. Because he's not going to corrupt a bunch of kids. Ain't no kids finna be walking around thinking they wear a Klan outfit.
Man, I'm surprised. I don't know. I don't know.
Just wait. You'll see. Ain't nobody, because everybody know, like, nah, that's bullshit. And he ain't the first one to marry a white lady. That's just niggas dream. Niggas love the others. Niggas love it. I can't get in it. They think they see success in others. I can't get in that. That's just what it is. But that is the leader. You ask me a leader rule, don't see success in others. Stop looking. Don't ever try to be the others. Don't look up to one person that's the others. That don't mean you got to disrespect them, but you ain't supposed to look up to them because you can't be them.
I agree.
Because you are a brother. That's the one rule that I stand with. No Skills Live, the lunch hour every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon Pacific Standard Time, right here on Digital Soapbox. Click that thumbs up button. Let everybody know you in the house. We do this stream to support the No Ceilings podcast. New episode just went up today. Squish just said conversations about storytellers. It's a really great episode. We got to get Coach on the podcast on the audio side. Head over to the audio side. You can listen to the No Ceilings podcast, the audio, the exclusive on Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcast from. No Ceilings podcast, executive produced by Charlamagne the God, the Black Effect Network, and iHeart. Hear me? Larry Love, thank you for the $10, my boy. He wants the others. He wants to be the others. No, he wants the others to love him so bad that he will take on their racism and practices to sit at the table with them. He gets no pass. He will degrade us for their financing. That's a problem. Shout out to Jerome D. Thank you for the $5. I support Ye. Not everything he says, but he is the only black man free that can speak his mind. It's deep shit. No, he is not the only black man that's free that can speak his mind.
I'm telling you, he got these motherfuckers confused. He got them confused.
Sometimes he does, and that's cool too. Shout out to Jerome. Thank you for the $5. Kanye went against the owners of the system, the Jews. His trainer tried to kill him. He called them out and lost it all, got it back, and he is taunting the Jews. He never lost it all, and he didn't get it back. It's just not true. It's not how it works, Jerome. I understand the marketing, but it's way more deeper than that. And he's not going against the system of anybody. He's not going against anybody. He's just yapping his gums, and he's making poor black people look bad at the same time. He's not going against them. That's not going against them. He not put a lawsuit on them. He ain't put hands on nobody. All he doing is jaw jacking, and he talking more bad about brothers. You don't even know 3 Jewish people name because of him. That's a lie. You just listened to a whole interview where he's wearing a Klan outfit and he talked about Cardi, Kendrick, Drake, every black person in the world. So don't try to hold on to the things you think is dope. Just count.
It's interesting the opposing angles of perception of the guy. Like 2 comments ago, the Larry Love says he's doing whatever to try to solicit their financing, and then he says he's going against those very same presumable financiers. Like, just 2 people see the same thing, totally different.
Sure. Shout out to Larry Love. Thank you for the $5. I have a problem with Kanye because what he's doing is poisoning black people. He's making it okay for racists to have justification for hate. Not mad at that, Larry. That's a boy. Shout out to Jerome D. Thank you for the $5, my boy. David Duke hates blacks. Do they cancel him? Why should we cancel Kanye? Speaking your mind should be free. These artists afraid of Jew-owned labels. Listen, y'all got to stop letting Kanye poison y'all with something that he's going against the Jews and he's courageous. Ice Cube talked shit about the Jews in fucking 1990 and they marketed his album.
What does he mean?
It ain't something new. He not doing something new. He didn't use one song to talk about it. He didn't do nothing. He not going against anybody. No, he's not. No, he's not. He loved them to death. They was his favorite. He looked up to him. He wanted to beat him. There's a ton of other artists who went against the power structures, period. If that's what you think the power structure is. There's a ton of artists. He's not some kind of first artist. And now he want to do it after 20 years of making money with him. I'm not buying that, Jerome. That's crazy. You got to do some work. Yes, he does look up to him. He looked up to, he just said 1,000,000 times he looked up to Walt Disney. He do look up to them. They are his fucking idols. That's a fact. You ain't never heard him say he idolized a black man. You heard him say he had a poster of his wall of Marilyn Monroe. You heard him say he looked up to Walt Disney. He wanted to be Ralph Lauren. Stop with all the cap, Jerome. I still love him, but we can tell the truth and love him. You don't got to make him something he not to love him. You don't got to make him something he not to love him. You can love just who he is, even for the little bit that he does.
I don't know what happened just then.
You don't got to do that, Jerome. It's not true what you're doing, and it's disingenuous. Feel me? It's a ton of people. Ice Cube did it for years, talk crazy. All that. That's not nothing new. He not doing something fresh, and he not doing it now. Right now, just look like a fucking jackass. He not going against nobody. He ain't put on one lawsuit. He ain't said one thing. He ain't did nothing. All he did was rile y'all up with silliness. He ain't did shit. Tell him to turn in the money that they made him. Tell him to turn in some shit. And then I believe he going against somebody. Tell him to do something. Tell him to throw a fight. Ask for a fight or something. Do something. Don't sit around here and just be talking. He ain't going against nobody. To go against somebody, it means you ready to lose something. He not ready to lose nothing. Shout out to I Am Miss Tia. Thank you for the $5. Great show. It was fun. These niggas driving me crazy. Shout out to Wolf. Oh, shout out to Rob. Rob, what's up, baby? Thank you for moderating. What flew me is when he said Jay-Z son. Yeah, that was just crazy. That was just crazy.
Jay-Z need to be the one and fight him.
Yeah, whoop his ass. Shout out to Mr. X. Last time I saw him. No, whoop his ass. Go punch him.
Yeah, you need to fuck him
What
up.
the hell is wrong with you? And then he mad at him. Come out some. Well, I'm mad at them because they know these white people been doing this with my children. I know he told you. Oh, he didn't come to my wedding.
I would like to say in the most respectful of fashions that Mr. X-Lax is the shit.
Shout out to Mr. X-Lax. I get paid tomorrow. I'm going to figure out how to do a super chat. Laughing out loud. We back Friday, man. It's right in the bottom, right hand corner of the chats. Thank you though, bro. Thank you. It's a very intense show. Trap driving me crazy and shit, man. I hate when they be just be like, you know what, G, that ain't right. You don't gotta rationalize it. You don't gotta.
I like to let both feet land before I put in my opinion on it.
He done landed and ran at this point.
You're not going to see his feet land because those robes go all the way to the carpet.
Well, I at least see the footprints.
Nigga said you his feet land. The robes go all the way. The Ku Klux Klan robes go all the way down to the carpet. All right, we out this thing, man. I'll see y'all Friday at noon.